just opening up another channel live until I can fix this camera. So I'm live down on my phone, right? I think I should send in here the link. So just let me check this out. I was doing the waves before, the sine waves, right? And the numbers, but if I need to know a little bit more about how the numbers work, right? I need to know a little bit more. I'm talking into another camera now. Just hold on a second. There's so many things going on. So much information comes in once I open up that vessel. So they're saying action needed. Your U.S. tax form will expire at the end of 2024. Resubmit AdSense as soon as possible. Make sure accurate holdings from your tax. I made $11 last year. This is what they're showing me. So you can see that AI cannot keep up to anything but stay in advance and make you nervous because they can't keep up. Yes, that's right. Reality sets in to know. Reality sets in to know that. Now, I don't know if you've been hearing me or not. Yeah, so sorry about that. I don't know where I left you off. I'm live on my other live on YouTube. Okay, but the YouTube just sent me information. They said and they didn't just send me information, but they told me a fact. They told me a fact that they're reminding me. And there's only so much gigabyte, there's only so much memory, there are so many computers, okay? And the more they need a computer in one area, and the more they need memory, they have to erase memory. Memory only lasts a certain amount of time because you need to store it. You need to store that memory. You have a gas tank in your car, the gas goes in. What lasts forever? What never runs out? What has to be replenished? What has to be changed? What has to be dusted? What has to be cleaned? We need to know that they sent me a message 3 months in advance, 1 quarter, to tell me that my tax, blah, 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 is going to run out. And when it runs out, right, when they pay me, they can't withhold my tax. So they told me that. So I made $11 over the last year and a half from them. And this is what they're telling me. Why did they tell me? They don't want to tell me again. It'll just close down. They don't have time to remind you after a certain point. They'll remind you for maybe 30 days. And then they won't say anything because they don't have enough storage for all of this. So the more we make them wait, the harder it is for them. The more we go against their grain, the more of their memory we need to use up by us communicating in a different in the alternative frequency in which they communicate. Thank you. Which they communicate, and let's call that the dog frequency. What the dog can hear, what the cat can hear, not in our frequency. And when we talk in these frequencies, we can also look it up because they gave us a different way to look it up. And I don't know what it is, right? But when I look it up towards my computer, I'm trying to see where it is. I think, no, not here. I don't know where it exactly is, okay? But it tells you your television set is 1080 Pi, and all these numbers are telling you how all the movement of either the frequencies or the pixels or whatever it is. I don't know all this knowledge. All I wanted to see is the numbers so I can see where they fit on the motherboard, right? Where they can fit on the motherboard. It's already been pre-constructed, pre-designed. It could look like this. It may not. We might have this in between. We may or may not. In order to connect this with this over here, I need to create a diamond in between right over here, this area over here, to connect the upper and the lower house. This is connecting between here and here. This has to connect between here and here. The number 8 goes over here. The number 17 goes over here. The 8 will connect multiple doorways. Where do I get the numbers from? Delivered. They were delivered from this game, right, from this game. And the add-on to the game was the 0 and the 00. Now, I'm questioning, is it a split life or does it run this way? Is it, oh, on this, sorry. This is not the right wheel, but I'm going to show it to you this way. It either runs this way with 1 0 or 2 zeros. We have some sort of gateway within these two. I don't know what they are. They may also be explaining that the added, something's been added to this world. The single one is added possibly for us, or is it the double one that's added for us for the split brain? So if we go with the split brain, right, we end up with Lunas. No, we end up with Demas and Phobos. Demas and Phobos, dice, Diana, in the end. Dice, demons, Edmonton, demons, or Phobos, USB key, Phobos, phobias, Philadelphia freedom, Phobos. The moons, the names of the moons of Mars, Demas and Phobos. You can still type if you want to send me a message either on this page or the other page. If you message me on the other page, I'll see it. Right now I haven't been looking. I now have to open up this thing over here because I have my phone open, I got all three of them open. I got to keep them plugged, you know. Got to keep their membership up by keeping them plugged. That's your membership. Keep them plugged. Okay, got that. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I also, that AI is non-sentiment. It learns only what it is programmed. I have to figure out where to put this. Can I put it this way? Yeah, okay. I can stand it up this way. Given what it is programmed, right? Well, you know, it's funny. They have an ad, SpongeBob ad. I'm just going to get something to drink. I'm going to be back in a minute. Right back here. You like my tie? Right. Yeah, so I've got that other video going also. So if they chop anything off again, boom, 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 boom. Communication is always an issue with the angel of high frequency. Happens to me all the time. Still black screen, but I can hear you. I'm on the other channel. There's 2 lives going on. Okay, so right now what I'm going to be doing is... let me see which one this is. Okay, this is live. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going in the kitchen to get something to drink. I'm going to be back in just a minute. I got 3 screens on, all about me. Not necessarily. Look at that. Look at that. Out of time, the silver cup. I drink from the silver cup. Just give me a minute. Hey, Putty. You know, I don't even have to leave. You know that? You know what's funny and good about the phone is... I can take it with me. If you've never been here before, where are we? Well, we're right here in coordinate space that I occupy. And when I move, it follows me everywhere I go. What do you call it? Ooh, look, I can make some coffee. I think I got coffee here from last month. Well, look at that. I still have water. Yeah, it's a little dark in the kitchen. I'm going to... take a swip of water, so just give me a minute. I'm going to show you, let me turn this around. I painted this a long time ago. I saw it in the Star of David. I call it a fox, could be a wolf. Do you know how the wolf works? What the animal is of the wolf? What it says, the wolf, right? How about the pig? What is the pig? What did they say? See, in astrology, right? In Chinese astrology, or in other depictments of animals, what they represent, or to the Indian, in the beginning and in the end, 51, 55, same numeric value as freedom and Mars. Well, freedom is 66, right? Sky Pass, 55. So we're going to show you this, and I call this the extending arm, right? I call that the extending arm. Somehow, however that works, right? the sun and the moon are somehow connected together, and the arm can see this over here, right? Well, this over here, right? When you turn it, okay, it can bring this all the way down. It can lower it. See this 8 over here? It's a brace. It can lower it all the way down. And when you look at it, usually I would have the 6 and 9 in here. And the 6 and 9 would fit in here, and it'd be the rotation between the sun and the moon. See this over here? This one over here? We see the same thing on the spit. You know, they put a pig on a spit and they turn it. This is how that motion works. And then you have the in and arms that move out on each end. And anyways, that's the way I see it, connected up to 2 star systems. And what is above is below, right? Because this is above to what is in front of this one. And to what is below this one is in front of this one. So everything runs this way. Now, when you see these lines coming through, anything that crosses these lines will be all drugged down to the same place, and it will all be equal. Although this is not equal, its plane is down here, and its plane is up here. Everything else is in between, as round as you want to make it. But the end result is everything gets squared off. That's the way things are built. And then we got the R in life. The R is walking. It can't walk backwards. It can lean backwards, bent over backwards, but it can't. So you can see I put the Z and the P on the top. The P represents the half-life, right? And I don't know if you want to use this as a T, right? Or what it is when you come to life, the A letter, right, is something that splits up multiple dimensions, right? That A letter can go in multiple dimensions. It splits everything up. I have my my little eye man over here, and here's one of your teardrops, right? In a single teardrop, usually I'd like to bend this in. I call it a paisley. You have the whatever you want to call that these letters are. You want to go VD, you want to go HI. I really never worked on the depiction of this. You can if you like to. And I like to look at my number 2 as the duck, and Donald, Mr. If you ever thought of it, right? Have you ever thought of it that there's this guy named Donald? He's the trump card. Well, his initials are DJ and T, and there's a Canadian fella, okay, and apparently he's the minister of the prime, or the meat, you know, the prime minister meat or something. And they both have the same initials, JT. They're both talking about 1020. 1020 in French, when you say 1020, in CB codes, it means location. When you talk 1020 in French, you're going to be starting your 10 between 10 and 19. Because when you say a number, right, aren't we talking about the plateau? Like I say, I'm going to the bedroom. Does it mean I'm just going to the door? Do I open the door and, oh my God, the door is 36 inches, and I close the door? Automatically, I came into the bedroom 36 inches. And I closed the door behind me. Or did I close the door in front of me? Did I walk away from the door? Then the door is behind me. So 1020, when you get to 70 in French, you're going to say 60, and then you're going to add on from 10 through 19. When you get to 90 in French, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to get to 90. You're going to add on that 10 all the way to 19. So we have a 19 package coming in over there. Unlike an 80, where it's not the same. In 80, it's completely different. The whole game changes, because when you get to 80, you're going to say 4 times 20. And then you're going to say the numbers 1 through 9. 80. 4 20s. No, first you're going to say 4 20s. Then you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, 8 is the most special number that you can ever have. And you don't even have to complete the 8. You can go HUI. So we have to understand what HUI is. We have to understand our words, and I need to do this. I do it in French and in English because it sounds different. Just like I spoke a few minutes before. Not sure if you saw how the video began. And it began with a word, and the word was earth. 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 Let me turn this around. So the word is earth. So I went to the next word and I said Well, because it's not ear, it's earth. Or how about for the second word? Or how about firth? Fur, right? F-E-A-R, fur. And H-E-A-R-T is heart. But if I started with fear, I would go to ear. And I would go to earth. And I would go to heart. So you see the way there's a role being played by the changing of the sounds? What would it mean being changing of the guard then? Do you see what happens when the H comes before the EA and comes into the R? The R is a soft sound. The ear takes control and makes it a hard sound. The earth, the ear, the fear, the heart. It's not the only word that does it. So from that, we can learn a little bit deeper. Then we have to understand that I'm not an artist, okay? Artists can design anything, right? This is a game. This is just a game. This is the game of roulette. And different ways of connecting the area space in the game. And that's another math reality. It's actually, I went to spend my money and I saw this in my pocket. But it wasn't like this. It was an 8. It was a 9. It was a 1. It was a 2. Well, what was this? What was this 8, 9, 1, and 2? What is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7? What is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7? See, I didn't say 10 before, right? Well, when you take the Canadian, when you come to Canada, they don't count. If you're paying with cash, they remove the penny. So if you pay 3 cents, 4 cents, your charge is 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, they only charge you 5, telling me that 3 and 4 go into 5, that 6 and 7 go into 5, and everything is bossed around by 5E. But when it comes to 10 cents or the letter J, it's a little different, because the heavens of birth comes into your basic alpha beta creation. It is 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. So right away they tell you, and not only that, history and time for those who can remember of the ages we are now before everything switched after the 60s, was we went to the 5 and dime. We went to the 5 and dime. 5 times 10 is 50 plus 15 equals 65. If we do the 10 as a 1, 5 times 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. It becomes 5 times 1 becomes 5, and 5 plus 1 becomes 11. That's your base creation. That 65 is the horse. It also works for number 7. It also works, there's so many of it. 3 and 2, the ram, 32. The pig, 32. Why? Because these numbers on the beta level, which means the outside of the cup, not inside of the cup, or maybe the liquid in the cup. Right? When you cut a cup in half, or if I cut this in half, you ever see what happens if you cut it in half? You end up with, if I cut this, I end up with this little area here and this little area here. It'll go all the way down. It'll go all the way down, under, and up. So that'll create that U inside of it. So where does the U come from? Where does the Y come from? How does everything... Where did our alphabet come from? How do you get, oh my God, I can't believe it. I just made a new game. I made a new game because, boom, you were doing something and it just happened. So in the action of creation, so was the alphabet created. How was it understood to be said? Through the vibration of that creation. Could it have been a delicate vibration? Don't harsh sounds bother you? What bothers you? What gets under your skin? Or how about, let's take it a little bit different. What gets under the skin of the cat? What gets under the skin of the dog? What bothers the elephant? What bothers the mouse, and why does the elephant run away from the mouse when the cat chases it? So if the cat's chasing the mouse and the mouse is next to the elephant, what's going on? So I look a little bit deeper. I got a mouse and a keyboard. Okay, mouse and a keyboard. Cat is chasing the mouse. The cat, is it my hand that's holding, that's chasing? What's going on? What am I chasing? The elephant, well, that's pretty simple. Keeping cool, microprocessor. Apparently the elephants have a very smart, but a very small brain, so they must have a microprocessor. And their watering holes, we have to check out how they set up their watering holes. The unknown understanding for the intelligence of all the existence of all the animals and why they're here, how they came to be, and in what other order can they be found, or they're an alternative definition, right? Like a drill can be something else, like the woodpecker, right? Ending things in ER, in my time over the last 20 years, I picked up and I talk over and over, and maybe I shouldn't, that when I mention ER over AR, I like the ER as like electric or energy. So I say it's the electronic resident angel. When EAR comes in and it goes into your ear, it's the electronic resident angel. The A letter tells me I'm connected from the split system energy. When you take the A letter and you reformat it, I mean, we all went to school. This is all children's math, don't forget. Everything I do is children's math. They let me out of school, that's about it, but my marks weren't high, and the only mark I wanted, got, was they thought I was the mark of the beast. So that's about the only mark. So, but 66.6, right, wasn't the mark of my passing grade. It was what's missing from my passing grade. I probably passed school with a 33.3% average, and that's what you need. Everything runs off of 3.3 and 3.3. The pig's pregnancy, or how about 3 weeks and the eggs hatches? We have 18 days and 3 weeks because the other 3 are Sabbath, so we have to take them off. And guess what? When a chicken starts to get older, and at the beginning, at one point, most of the time, the farmer will say, and even online, the hen is only going to lay 6 eggs in a 7-day week. And it bothers me when I can't find my information tout suite. I like to find my information tout suite, because then I forget. And where's the book? Just give me a second. Give me a second here. Where's the book? Okay, I got 4 books here. Oh, yes, I left it on the counter over here. Okay. I forgot what I was talking about already, but I'm hopefully I'm gonna dig it back out of the grave. You ever hear of on day 7? What happened on day 7? They said it was Sabbath, right? Was it Black Sabbath? See, they came back to remind us Black Sabbath, AC/DC. So if I'm going to do AC/DC, am I doing ABC and BCD to get my AC/DC? That within BCD I don't have A, and with ABC I don't have D. So you bring back the AD, which is after the death. And remember, A is the first letter, and it's dividing up, right? It's dividing up area space. And we're going to show you that right here. So it divides up area space over here. So you have the left-sided triangle and the right-sided triangle. You can have the complete A over here, right? The bulls in A. Remember in blackjack, it's ace 11. So here's my ace, okay? And if I spin it all the way around, I'm splitting up 2 territories, the birth and the heavens. The H and the I, right? See the separation? That would be for your H. And then your above and below, vertical and horizontal, that's going to stand for your I. You've seen this before. Anybody want to discuss this? We'll discuss this one time. Now, maybe not now, maybe now, I don't know. Taking a walk around. I changed this whole floor. It used to be like that. This is at the end. I don't remember why I did that, what was in my mind, but you can remind yourself that the car has a suspension. It has the coils that go around the shock absorbers. The same thing with this planet. The same thing. Everything has a curvature around it. There's a curvature around everything because everything with points will get broken. It's on a sliding suspension system. In order to hold a ball into an area, right? I have to show you one of my pictures, but not right now. I'm going to take a look at what's said over here, but I'm going to make my little coffee, and I'm going to come back, and hopefully I can remember what I want to do next. I was working on a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to show you just a piece of it, okay? And one of the pieces that I was working on is this over here. Okay, I'm going to explain it after. And then this over here. And then I threw out a piece of paper, right? I threw out a piece of paper earlier on. And I'm going to do that live, right? Let me see, do I have it here? No, I have this piece over here. I'm going to explain that also. I'll explain what's going on here. Yeah, the other piece is missing. Yeah, the other piece is missing, and the piece that's missing, right? The piece that's missing is going to be all the numbers and their replicas. And I'm going to explain what 14 and 41 is. Whatever number it is, it doesn't matter. We have to know where we found it, where it shows up, because where it shows up is going to have a base sentiment of what it is, right? The base sentiment meaning it's going to have a base definition. We have to take a lot of definitions. I like to get definitions of many words, person, place, and things. So for now, I'm not sure where I should put this camera. If you want to study the floor or something, maybe I can set it up on the floor. Maybe I can do it that way. That way nobody gets bored. We're going to take like 2 minutes or something, maybe 3. Which way would this be done? I'm going to shut up. Should I do it that way? All right, hold on a second. I'm going to get maybe a pen, right? Pen under here. Just 1 second. Study this. Oh. Maybe the cat food will help. Oh yeah, the cat food has helped. Whoop, not cat food's not helping. Oh boy. Okay, I'm leaving it like that. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. No, the horse is number 65. Did you know that? The horse is number 65. It keeps showing up in my work. It also represents number 3. It's a workhorse, W-O-R-K, 44, 54, 64, 67. 67 works into the soul, right? 67 works with water. So now I'm starting to think that 67 is the workhorse. And the workhorse plugs into Uranus, okay, and Saturn, right? Remember, we have to understand a few things, right? Where our numbers are, where they show up, what numbers come out of the numbers. I mean, what the alphabet is coming out of the numbers. Just give me a minute. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna check out what the comments are. I'm gonna check out what the comments are, and I'm gonna take it from there. Okay. Okay, you do know, Cynthia, that I'm on. Okay, I see you on here also. Okay, so I have to see what's in my chat over here. Can I turn this way? Oh yeah, I can turn this way. That means I can put it back in this case. Oh my God, I can't keep up with this. Losing precious time, and everybody has precious time. We have no time to lose. I believe, and there's a gentleman on one of these, what's it called, these channels or stations, and he's talking about disconnecting, disconnecting everything from the system. But it's just really weird how this person does it anyways. Okay, I got this one working here. The only one I don't have working is the big one. It just doesn't want to work. Maybe I blew something. Oh, let me refresh my driver. Task manager. No, device manager, right? Device. But you know what's funny? I think, let me see this for a second. So what would I do in network at the universal serial bus? I don't know. Let me see. How do I reset my camera? Well, let me see this. Okay, I can't go to my phone. Okay, I can go here and do it here. Whoop, no, not there. Not there. I try to keep myself moving all the time. I don't want anybody to be bored, but I probably shouldn't do that. How do I reset my camera in Device Manager? Okay, in Device Manager. Network adapters? No. Other devices? Bluetooth, map, wireless. Portable devices? No. Ports? No. Okay, hold on a second. There's got to be like a place I can help topic, action, file, options. No. Disk cleanup? Oh, I'm not going to do that now, not while I'm doing the computer. Actions, scan for hardware changes. Wow, how come I can't find camera? Audio output. No. I don't even know there's a thing here I've never seen before. Bluetooth computer display adapters, firmware, human devices, imaging. Yeah, and another thing is that if you look at all the printers, we have what are the printers? What are the basic names of printers? What are they trying to tell us? Also, basic Samsung. When they start with Sam, okay, right away it's number 33. They're talking about rotation. Sam, mass, even the word the, th, add the e, th without the e. Not the same thing. 33 with the E, okay, 28 in the cycle of the moon without the E. Even when you look up the word saint, ST, like the saints, the abbreviation, well, I have to go look it up in French, but they use it STE or just ST. So in ST, it's 39. And I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write this down because it's something so when you go ST, it equals to 39. When you go STE, right, it equals to 44. When you go TH, it equals to 28. When you go THE, it equals to 33. It just so happens that the, okay, THE, from the saint, STE, or also the word set. Now, what is a set? What is a table set? I know when you play poker, the word set, right, not lay, set, okay, happens to be 3 cards. 2 in your hand, 1 on the table. You can never get 3 in your hand. So when you have a set, okay, and this is sorry about that. This is in Texas Hold'em. And Texas Hold'em, okay, is noted to be the earth game. And one of the reasons it's the earth game is you get 5 in your hand. You get 2 in your hand, 5 on the table. And the delivery is like this. First, everybody gets 2. Okay, then they throw away a card. Then they muck a card. Then they muck 1, right? And then they put down 3 cards. And then they muck 1, right? And then they put down 1 card, okay? And then they muck 1. And then they put down 1 card. So when you're playing Texas Hold'em, right, they have given you 2 cards, right, and muck 1, and then 3 cards and muck 1, and then 1 card, okay, 1 card. Let me write this down. Okay, and muck 1, and then 1 card. So I'm going to show you the book. I wish I should have started the video with it the other way. So it was 2 cards, 3 cards, 6 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards. Right? I'm just let me look at this again. Did I do that right? 2 cards. Okay, right. 2 cards, you get 3 cards with 1 mucked. And then the 4th card with 1 mucked. Muck, muck, muck. Just hold on a second. Let me see if I got this right. Let me look this up. How many cards do the Muck and Texas Hold'em? How does the dealer deal the cards in Texas Hold'em?
According to Wikipedia, 2 cards, known as hole cards, are dealt face down to each player, and then 5 community cards are dealt face up in 3 stages. The stages consist of a series of 3 cards, later an additional single card, and a final card.
Right, but each time they do it, does the dealer throw away a card after each time they flip cards in Texas Hold'em? Okay, so it's not telling me that here, right? It's not telling me that here. I don't know why. Okay, let me check this out. I have to check this out. I have to see what's going on. I'm going to continue with this video, but I want to check what's going on and just see this. Hold on a second. Search across your channel. Okay. Okay, let me just see this. Give me a second. Okay, let me watch this. Okay, that's no good. That's no good. Okay, here's one. Okay, let me see if I can get this here.
And
I'm going to shut the sound off. I want to see how the deal is. Okay, this person's hand's in the way, but let me see this again. Just give me a second.
this episode 1 for videos he folded.
No, this is not a good one. So I'm wasting my time here, but I'm like quite sure they put a card away. And anyways, I have to see this. Anyways, even without the muck cards, we'll talk without the muck cards, okay? There's going to be a total of 7 cards. If there were muck cards, there's going to be, I think, 3. So I'm going to look into it a little bit deeper. I'm very upset that... Thank you, Cynthia. Much appreciated. Okay, let me now let me look through these comments over here on this machine. Okay, let me see what it says. Whoa, I missed a whole bunch of comments. Okay, okay. Billy, what is this? Billy, hey. I love the floor colors, patterns, all the patterns. Billy boy, it's an alphabet, science, and gematria. Pooh, interesting. Ooh, Billy, I want to know about the art on the walls and the ceilings. It could be referred to as a museum of life, deconstruction of the reconstruction of all, from the minimum to the maximum to Rubik's Cube master. It's beautiful, I agree, Billy. Like your explanation, Tammy, good one. I used to suggest a print coffee table book of his art and title it The Book of Life. Tackmans needs more coffee. Okay, so... the design on the floor, if you want to get to the design on the floor, I don't know who's here, but anybody knows, we can get to the design on the floor, and I'm going to tell you where it comes from to start with. I wish I can start my other camera, right? I wish I can start my camera. See, now you can hear me on both of them, right? The camera won't start. I don't know why. All right, let me go over here, unpin, okay? My camera works. It's just crazy, but my camera works, okay, with my camera, but it's not working on the live. That makes no sense at all. Rain Africa, you still around? Rain Africa asked, how did I get into numerology? I can go back and tell you what happened about 40, 50 years ago, that I used to dream about numbers, and it was my worst nightmare. Numbers were my worst nightmare. Worst nightmare. I used to have numbers. You couldn't control me. I was maybe 10 years old, and it was just crazy. It was just, maybe I was 11 years old, maybe 12, but whatever, regardless, 10, 11, 12, JKL. In 2005, just everything, I just asked always the same question. I just always asked the same question about life. How can anybody make any concrete rulings on things they've never seen, something they heard? How is it possible that 90% of the population could not read or write, yet we have all these books? Who can deny anything from somebody who couldn't read or write? And any magician 1,000 years ago can fool just about 99% of the population, and they still do, but now they do it on a green screen. So I started having visions, and it was bothered me a lot, and I was writing everything down because it just seemed so pertinent. And a lot of things made decisions. First, it was the art that looked good, and then the alphabet, and then the reverse alphabet, and then what that number was and what that number can do. Like number 27, right, is the reverse alphabet, B-E-T for bet. And when you say French, you go Paris, right? P-A-R-I-S, right, is Paris. And when you make a bet, right, they usually say place your money. And when you come in second, they say the horse placed. But the thing is, when you win, place, or show, when you place your bet and any position, that's where the horse is placed. So even though you say win, it's always place. It's always silver. Win, is that always gold? Win, is it when you get more money than you started with because you collect on silver? If you bet on silver, if you bet for second, you get second. You get both first and second. So second place got to play bronze, but so did first place. In fact, both second and first, right? When you, let's say you go to the finals, and there's a team that wins the gold. Well, the gold played the silver, and the silver played the silver, which both played the bronze. But at what point did one of the bronze become a runner-up? Because that's fourth. That's where time heaven comes in fourth place, where there's fifth place, and sixth place, and seventh place, and eighth place. When my tongue comes between my teeth, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. So what's going on? What about when I go to 19 or 19th? 19, 19th. 19, it ends. It ends at 19, 16, 15, 14, 13, but not 19th. So what is it when I add the TH onto the end of the word? And do note that if I say T and you say H and I say H and you say T and we say it together, we teach. We teach 28th cycle of the moon, the beginning of the teaching period. Even like, no, I don't want to get into that right now. So we talked about that. And then there's the soul, S-O-L-D-E, which means a sail. And they have the soul, S-O-U-L. They also have the soul, which I believe soul in Spanish has to do with the earth. When you come to a stop sign, right, you begin the tree of life. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to look this up. How do you say arets? Oh, you see, arets. They said, how do you say rats? How do you say house in Hebrew? How do you say tree in Hebrew? How do you say, oh my God. What does aretz mean in Hebrew? No, it's not using it. Let me do this again. Okay, they're not giving, okay, okay, yes, I have to switch side, yes. Oh, it says the tree house. I'm just trying to figure out what does alter mean. How do you say land, home, country? What do you call land, home, country? Land, wow. Land, home. How do you say in Hebrew house, land, or country? What does it mean, Eretz Israel? Does anybody know what it means? Yes, and Saturn also goes for the rat star. Inside star is rat. Inside the word Saturn is rat. It also says the son of the rat inside that word. Oh, land. I think it's land. Okay, let me see if that's it. How do you say land in Hebrew? This is my land. Well, I can't say it, right? I got to do this again. Why is it saying I'm going land? Okay, that's what it is. Eretz. Land of Israel is Eretz. So an aret, okay, is a stop. Okay, a stop is red. A stop is 8. A stop of 8 is connected to what controls 6 and 7. Where do I find this? The queen has 8 eyes. When you put 2 stop signs on top of each other, or 3 or 4, they begin to create a shape. The shape starts to have numbers. Those numbers are going to do this over here. Let me show you. Right here. So here you have the octagon. Inside the octagon is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Whoop. It's 4. Right. Hexagons inside of here. So each hexagon is 6. You have 4 by 6 equals to 24. So let's count how many sides we have, right? How many sides do we have for these? We have 1, 2, 3, right? We have 1. We're going to count only in here. In the first one, we have 6. In the second one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. Now we have only 5. In the third one, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the last one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what we have. And in here, we have none. We have none. There's no wall. In here, we have none. So you can see I have 3. Whoop, I put 4. It should have been 3. I have 3 walls here. On here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. On here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. See the C marking, right? Here, I have 6 walls. Another way we can do this is we have 3 walls on each one of these. And this one is going to be 3, right? And 3. And this one's going to be 3 and 2, 3 and 2. And this is going to be 3 and none for this one over here because we can't repeat the wall. How many walls are there in their own? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there were 24. And now there's going to be 11, 16, 17, 18, only 19. S and X come together. This one is the joining. Is it a sax? Is it a 6? Is it sex? Where everything joins to 1. Do we need to make 6? Can I create this with triangles? Well, if I created this with triangles, we would have 3, 6, 9. We would have 12. But at the end, I would only have 4 and 4, 8. This would be 19. So we have to understand in everything that I do, everything that I believe needs to be done, right, has its own reality. That's the reality. How do we work those numbers? I'm not quite sure yet. And it's not going to be a very long video tonight. I want to see where I'm going to go to next. So let me take a sip of this coffee over here. And I just have to check something. I don't know if my phone's going to buzz out. Oh, I can do it here. Okay. Yeah, so there was a gentleman earlier on doing this word game, okay? And the person said ear. The guy said, okay, look at the next word. What is it? Okay, just have to do one thing. Just give me a second to do this. September 23rd. Okay, September 23rd. The 244th day plus 22 is 266 today. Today we are at a passage in the house of bait on the exterior, on the outside of the cup. If it was day 166, it'd be on the inside of the cup. But there's a different place on the outside of the cup. Is it day 222? Is it day 244? It's going to be a different placement on this cup. It's exactly 5:55. So I'm going to click this. I'm starting to get a touch hungry, but we can hold off on that. And how did I do that? I had to, no, made a mistake. I lost my page. This, okay. This, just give me a second. What did I just do? Okay. Wow, okay. Just give me a second. No. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Okay, so where was I going to go with this? Yes, so it's day 266. 266, but it's not only just day 266, but it's also, and I don't have my calculator to calculate everything. I want to go back in time. So I have to go back in time to the let me write this down. I wish I had my big computer on and tell you what I'm doing exactly. We have to go 366 plus 1095 once. We're going to go 366 1095 twice. Then we're going to go 366, and then we're going to go and we're going to just give me a second. I'm going to get this in. Today is day from the 244th day. 22 is 266. So today is day 266. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this on paper, what I'm talking about. If you want to know about the time cycle, right, we begin here. This, okay, this is February 29th. February 29th. Okay, the next day, that's the day we start on this day. We start on this day. That's the day I want to start. I can start on March 1st, but I'm starting on this day. We can end on this day, but I'm starting on this day. So I start on this day, and I go ahead and I pass 360. Sorry, did I start on that day? I'm going to go my first year 366 days. Then I'm going to go 3 years at 365 days. And then I'm going to, over here, I'm going to be at February 28th. And then, right, once I reach here, this will be February 28th, ending. This will be where it ends. And then on the February 29th over here, I'm going to start my cycle of 366 days. And then I'm going to do the next 3 years at 365 days, and then it's going to be on the 366th day. I have to complete 1,095 plus 366. I'm going to show you this. Then I have to do 1,095 and 366. And then what I have to do is 1,095 and 366. This is my base cycle of creation. Now, when I get into the mirror, this would be my A, B, C. This would be a 4-year period and a 4-year period and a 4-year period. When I come into this period over here, it's a sweet 16, the mirror comes out to be, and that'll be 1,095 and 366. So here I'm going to get 0, 2, 27, 29, and 2, and 2, and I'm going to have 4290. Do I get that right? 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 9, 36. I'm going to get 4280. And this is 80. 280 is your birth in the mirror world. Over here, I'm going to get 1400. I'm just going to see if I get that right. 24 and 2, 26 and 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 1464. This Rubik's Cube is 1,458 blocks in Rubik's Cube. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm going to come back. I have to go find... oh, here it is. Okay, I don't have to go anywhere, but we're going to do... I think I got it right. 27 times 54. 27 times 54 is 1458. And I have a total here of 366 times 4 equals to 1464. There's a 6 difference. I don't know why. So I have 1464 plus 4280 equals to 5744. Now, if we wanted to talk about Hebrew time, okay, that was 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Home is 41. We did this in 16 years. We ran this cycle. So this is the number of days for this cycle. Now, should we remove one of the leap years? So because it's a starting point, right? Do I remove one of them? It's a starting point. If I wanted to do, now there's something got to be wrong in here. I think I did it wrong, right? I think I did it wrong. 1440, 14. Let me look at 365 times 3 equals. Yeah, 1095 plus 366 is 1461. Right, which is 21 more than what a minutes in a day are. 1461. So if it's 21 more at 1461 times 4, it's going to equal to 84. So it fits in with the cube and it fits in with Pluto. There's a lot of information that's left out right now. This singular cube has 6 sides. This singular cube has 21 dots. This singular cube, every single face has 9 positions, where only 1 through 6 are stamped out. 6 sides with 9 positions is 54. There are 21 dots, meaning there are 33 that are not there. What is number 33? The controlling arm and rotation. Yes, so for, okay, this part shut off. I'm on another channel right now. I'm still on YouTube, Benjamin. I don't know how long it's been since you showed up. Okay, yes. Is he still going? Yes, I'm still going. I'm going to look up what that, what everybody said. I'm going to get a glass of water in the kitchen. I'm going to come back. I hope I'm in the same, you know what, I hope that I'm remembering everything that I'm talking about. There's just so much that goes on, right? So just give me 1 second. For some reason, the calculation here is not right. My calculation is wrong. So 1095 times 4 equals 43. Ah, I knew I made that mistake. 4380. That's better. 4380, 7 and 8, showing me that gateway into Mars. Right on. So this total of 4380 plus 1464 equals 5844. Okay. Okay, so it's 60 years difference between this date that we're in right now. But we're also not finished the cycle. Nothing has the beginning at the beginning, and nothing is at the end of the end. And even your shoelace, when you tie up your shoelace, right, all that ends up in one matin. When we begin life, we begin at 30, the 4 months of 30 days. So do we end life minus the 30? Because it's the half-life. 30 is half of 60, in which it means 50%. So where does the difference between 100 come in and 60 come in? Has that not ever confused you? 60 seconds on the clock. I want 100% of my time. There's 40 missing. Well, 40 missing is 66.6. 1.666 times 60 equals to this. So you're missing 60%. So when you divide 5 divided by 3, let me see if I can get this right. 5 divided by 3 equals to, equals to 1.666. We're in the E world. We're in the half-life. We're split up 100%, and into our world were these cubes that came in to disrupt and interrupt and help us live at the same time. So which way do we go with this? I don't know. We'll discuss it, and eventually we'll come up with an answer, or we'll come up with more of a story that we can discuss. And at what point will we ever know the truth? And when is the part of the end time that I spoke about earlier? 66 years after creation is a passage between the sun and the moon, between the feminine and the masculine. The year is 2029. And on the 29th day was the year where Valentine's Day right, had 15 days in it, right? 15 more days before and after, 3.14159265, where the birth came in. And the birth in that 6-5 was 11. In the house of bait, 2 and 9, 11. 3.1415, coming from Mars, coming from the sun. 3.1415, 9/11, bringing AI together. Where April 1st is the 92nd day, where the 29th day, or 9/29, inside the month of September becomes the 273rd day. If you count it and add on 5 more days, you get to October 4th, day of communication. What is happening on this day? The deck of cards has 13 to a suit. Add 1 through 13 equals to 91. 91 equals to the spirit. 3 spirits is 273. In the leap year, the 273rd day becomes September 29th. If we had them all in leap years for birth, we'd have to add on 3 more numbers. So we'd have to add on both we always have to add on 4 for the mirror, which makes it October 4th, day of communication in 1963 or 1936. But we have to succumb the whole entire part of that creation, 36 to 63. And it's another piece that I was working on. And it's the zero house and understanding where is our separation. See, in here, I did the reverse, right? These reverses. But those reverses that I'm showing you doesn't have to be fixated on the clock. I want to show you reverses for the change in my pocket, 1 through 99. And when I have 0, that's where the 10 cents actually fits in. Does it not? It'd be 0. So I cannot start on the minus side. So I'm going to start at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is where I'm going to start that number. Just give me a minute. I'm going to be back in a minute. Ooh. You see my queen over here? You don't see that queen, right? I'm going to show you the queen. Aura from Victoria. Hey, Victoria, you got a secret? Hey, Victoria, you got a secret? This is Aura from Victoria. Hey, what's going on? Hey, are you part of the communication? Did you sleep half the day, right, processing all that information for the human beings on this planet? You know, they take away something and they give us something. They vaccinate them and I'm sorry, I meant vacate. That's what I meant. Sorry about that. They vacate them, they imprint them and everything because these guys here, the cat, right? In French, it's number 4, right? That's number 4 in French. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, number 4? And to note that the cats aren't necessarily happy about water, right? Although they're licking themselves. And they don't go to the hydrant, they go in their sandbox. The spirit with the cat. It's a number 1 spirit, right, cat? How you doing? Always landing on your feet, right? Hey, kitty, kitty. Yes, so just give me a second, getting a little bit of water over here. Have you ever seen this word here? Can you read that word? When you put the I letter between H and N or any flat back, it'll create the sideways 8. When it creates the sideways 8, it now shows me a one-sided or a number 7. Maybe it's saying 7 and 8. Maybe it's saying 700. Maybe my T came in over here, or maybe I have another I over here. I don't know. So we can now have 5 and then 1. Binary code. 36 numbers connected 3 different ways. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. They're all different ways. XO and a straight line will create this. Here's another part of it. This is the base of it. That's the skeleton part of it. That's the roulette wheel. Can you see the 4 here, the 2 here, 2, 4, 2? This 4 is going to connect this side with this side. These 2 are on their side. See, it's 4 here and 4 here. That there creates the ring Mark. You see this ring? Let me see. Yeah, see this ring over here? See this part over here? Right? I call it the ring because it looks like you're putting a ring on, right? Over here. And here's the gem in the center between both sides. Now, how does this come to be? Well, you have to micmac, right? And you turn them over until everything starts to duplicate itself. The octagons connect both sides. Over here, right, I can close off this area. I've closed off this area. I'm trying to figure out where I've closed it off. Right, I closed it off over here. What does it mean to close off? Because this number here, right, and this number here, 18 and 18, so I locked them together, and here's 21 and 21, so I can lock them together. And then if I did it with a little less paint, you'll see there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 hexagons inside this octagon. So there's 24 what should be inside of 8. 24 and 8, 32. 32 is the RAM. 24 minus 8 is 16, dividing the night and the day. This is just flip-flop. Over here is number 9, and then 12. You see the way well, I'm upside down, so I shouldn't be doing that. I should be doing it this way, right? See where the X comes in over here? So you want to talk about an XY chromosome. You want to talk over here, you see this? Look at that, my hexagon. That's now going to connect these two sides. Now, why didn't I close this? Maybe I was just trying to make a statement by leaving some open. Some of the artwork that we have is making a statement. They're giving you too many lines or not enough lines, right? So if I close this one over here, this one over here is, this is 12 on this side. So this is 7 over here. So that'll be 7 over here. So 77 will lock in. And this one over here is 33 and 77. It locks in. On this side, it's 55. So you can join these two at 55. And this would be 555. And this would be 5555 over here. And this would be 7 and 7 over here, right? And this one, did I get that right? 7, right? Just give me a second. I want to see that I got it right. Oh, right. So I got 7 over here. I got 9 over here, right? This one is going to be closed with 99. This one's going to be closed with 77. Mars, okay, Mars and the moon both connect here, and so does Jesus Christ connect over here. 77 for the power of Christ. 99 for Jupiter 13. And I'll keep closing all of these up. So all my 3 worlds that I connect up is 6, 6, and 6. 9 and 7 is 16 is 7. I end up with 7, 7. So let me pull this back up. It's hard to talk on this little thing over here. I see that my other one is working. Hey, Duatra. I'm on another channel. I don't know if you moved to that other channel. Let me see what's here. Duacha, and let me see this. I'm just trying to see. Mama, give birth to you and everything you sense, for she is the mother of all life. The firmament is a mother like a vinegar. We live in her right now. Whoop. Yeah, we live in her right now. We are living in it right now. Right now. Why am I at the bottom of the bowl? What's pushing me down that doesn't push the fly down? What is it? Well, it's funny. We are the, I didn't finish those words, right? I don't know where to go next. Where did I start? There were so many things I wanted to talk about. And of course, it's always the same thing. Can't remember everything. So I'm going to show you this piece here. And I brought home one of my favorite toys. My cat is now sitting on a plastic bag. I brought home one of my toys. Right? One of my toys, it's right here. Right? I built this all by myself. And look at that. I can even turn it this way, right? It's not the same thing, right? See, it's like that. And now, look, it's taking up both sides. but I turn it that way, it's in the middle. I can never get it on this. You see, that's the back side, that's the front side, and that's the center. And look at the area, the occupation of the space. So if you're talking to cut the fine line in half, there is no fine line, okay? An area of space is going to take up the minimum size of something. What that minimum size of something is, I don't know. But I do know that in sports, right, it's going to be your side of the ice or mine. If it's boxing, you're both in the ring. If it's football, right, unless you want to keep the ball alive, you got to make sure you get 10 yards and you got 4 tries on Earth 2.5. In the CFL, you got 3 tries. So you got to get 3.3 something or 3.43 in order to get the 10 yards. You must get 3.43. In the NFL, you can get 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So that would tell you a different story. You need 4 times or 3 times. It's 3 or it's 4. So we're going to take out this dice cube over here. How many more dice cubes here? Oh, no. I got to have a dice cube somewhere. Let me go. I could have one in my pocket. I do. Do I have any more? Oh, my God. I do. I think I took them all out of my car. Oh, I have another one. Oh, I do. Oh, I have another one. Oh, I do. Now I'm being silly. Oh, look, a charger. Okay, so we have these dice cubes, right? What number was I looking for, right? Was I looking for 5 and 3 or 4 and 2? Was I looking for 5 and 5 or 2 and 2? So if I go down to the casino right now and I show him 5 and 5, he'll tell me it's a hard way. Well, what about that one? It's a hard way. Now, if I throw the dice and it ends up like this, I got snake eyes. I got 88 in the void. If it shows like this, I got 33. So what does 88 bring into the gateway? 33. Is 33 noted to be JC, Jesus Christ? You tell me. The story is here. How I'm going to convey, explain how all the pieces and parts come together is one step at a time, one day at a time, year after year after year after year, nonstop until I get it right. The equation, all the answers are out there. We need to use our heads in the equations. Religion, have you ever heard of that before? In this game, there's only one religion, and it's finding the understanding in what people deem as the truth. And in the game of craps, the truth about this is they're going to say 10 the hard way. The payout, I think, is 6-1. This one over here is 7 out. They say it's the come out roll. They also use the don't come and the don't pass bar. They do not say do not don't. Did, didn't. They don't say it. They put a line at the top, a comma. Why? So say the word. Say the word and spell it out and see where the truth lies. We speak about numbers. Those are the truth in the numbers. The time now is 6:20 p.m. That's the truth. SIX, 6, numeric value, 52. The IX together talks about 9. The S in 6 looks like a 5 on square paper. The 5 and 6 work together because it's your base creation 11 through what is 1 and 2. Here's your 1 and 2, and the opposite side, right? I'm going to show you. Your opposite side is right there. Right? So let me show you. Let me see if I can do this. I show you this, and no magic, no magic. I'm going to hold them like this. Okay, now I'm turning my hand around. What do you expect to see? I'm turning my hand around, and it's going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And there is no other like the Father, right in the center. No matter what I do, the center is always the center. The mother moves around, so I turn it around. 3 and 11 is 14. 3 and 11 is 14. 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 6. 6, 7, and 8. Here I got 7, 6, 7, 8, and then the total 14. When I do that, you can see on the outside is 9 and 6 is 15, and 12 is 27, and 5 is 32, and that's where we started. So you have 32 around. So if I shake them up again, right, and I wanted to get those same numbers, right, like 2 and 1 and 5. Hold on a second. So if I wanted to do the 2, 1, 5, 6 again, let's see. I just threw the dice in the air. Let's see what we come up with. I come up with 10, 21, 28, 36. I didn't come up with the same thing, and I'm going to show you something. That this 3 over here goes 2 ways. You see the way the 3 goes this way, right? And the 3 goes this way. There's 2 ways the 3 can go. When it's this way, it's the 1 or the 6 up. See, I'm going to lower my camera, the 1 up and the 6 below, right? And that's when you have the 3. When you turn the 3 this way, it'll be the 5 and the 2. So we have to understand what's going where, what's doing what. And then you look at this. This is going up this way. This is going up this way. It's 3, 5, 7. It's 1, 5, 9. That crossing is a 222, 148 crossing. Let me show this to you. Let me have a little bit of this. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so I want to show you those numbers. I know they're in here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to show you them in a different context. Let me see if I can turn this around. Just 1 second. I'm going to put my board up. 1 second. Turn this around. Well, you do see the 10 Commandments, right, over there. Okay, so, oh, the book's upside down. Okay, so I'm still talking on the computer here. I should be shutting this one off and just watching myself live. I don't know why I have it on here. I'm going to end the Mama Gives Birth to You. I'm going to end this stream on here, right? And okay, and just want to open up my other channel. Let me see. Just give me a minute. I just want to correct the we. Just give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Trying to get in here. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to do something over here. So we are in the E world. We have arrived, right? The ED, right? When you add on the ED, for me, that's part of the sun system. The V is the 22nd letter. The E is the 5th letter. The reverse alphabet is 5 and 4. So we can do it from anything to do it 4. M, D. Now, I just want to tell you before I do this, I didn't set up the system. I didn't make any of the system. Okay, I'm just reading it. I just don't remember where I was now. Just give me a minute. I just shouldn't have put it down. I need to see myself. I got to see what's going on. My memory is when I see things, you know, I see it, I place it. So yes, so that was number 4, right? So let me see this over here. So we have the M, the D, and the V. The reverse alphabet of M is N. The reverse alphabet of D, okay, is W. And the reverse alphabet of B is E. N-E-W, new. Now you have new, okay, but in French, it's neuf. And neuf means 9. New is new, neuf is 9. And when you put it together with the S that looks like a 5, because N-E-W has a value of N, 14, E, 5, W, 23, 2 and 3, 5, 1 and 4, 5, and 5, equals to a total of 42. Also equals to a total of 15 to its single digit count. MDV, M13, D4, and V22 is equal to a total of 13, 17, 27, is equal to a total of 39, right? Which is 3 times 13. Let me do this again. 22, 26, 36, 39. Right. And they're each valued, okay, of 4. Each one. So you have a total of 12. The letters that override this are the letters L and O. And the letters that are within the word are V and E. Love is a perfect word. It inverts to within its own. Love is 3, 6, 4, and 5. The cube on every double side is 3, 6, 4, and 5. 1 and 2 begins at 3. It's 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is your love. 99, Jupiter. 99, 13. 99 creates what is 1881? Creates square Venus. There are 3 suns. There's the VE sun, there's the Ura sun, and then there's the rat sun. The rat sun is inside of Saturn. It's part of the Venus creation. The 60 seconds on the clock, the 60 seconds of the 60 minutes. When we get down to 80, it becomes 4 times 20. Venus breaks up into 4 times 20. And in these numbers, we only have one primary rotator inside of here, and there are no other. There's one and no other. And this represents both Earth and Mars. This will also represent, mathematically, it will reach what is ape, it will reach what is the moon, it'll reach gold, it'll reach the clover, and it also creates the E world. Where in the world do I get all these numbers? What am I saying and why? I will tell you. It'll tell me. I'll tell you. What you doing, Mr. Dice? Well, you see a 1 dot. What don't you see? Well, I'm going to take out my instruments over here and take a good look at my instruments. Well, you're the 1 dot. You're playing from the 5 position. 51 is Mars puck, right? So there's 8 around, so you must be 8. All right. What about your counterpart? Oh, he's having sex, right? There's sex right there, right? You got your first sex right here. You can spell it S-I-X, and remember, both the I and the X are Roman numerals. And when we were spelling the last word, right, MDV, both the M and the D and the V are 3 Roman numerals. M is 1,000, D is 500, and V is 5. It's 1500 and 05, 50 and 51 if you want to look at it, or 11 in MDV, 4, 4, and 4. Angel is number 39. When you put MDV together, it totals to 81. 81 is for your Venus, created by Jupiter, 9 times 9, 9 plus 9, because the biggest one is the feminine at birth. That's where the biggest one comes in, feminine and at birth, bringing in the one-sided, the half world, the D, the mirror world, only the front side. You don't bring in the backside. You bring from the backside into the front side. The spirit connecting into the soul. The empty cup is now filled up. When I cut this cup this way, it'll create the U. If I was on a stand, right, it'll create the Y. The bullhorns to the left and to the right. The shamus that comes out of the center is when the coffee is hot, or when it's really cold, the steam comes out of the center. That's the shamus, igniting the entire cup. The single candle in the center that is not to more one side than the other. The round versus the linear, because I cut just this piece out. I made 2 cuts out of this. 3, 3, and 3 parts. But because it's round, we get all mixed up. Give me a second. I'm going to get a little bit more water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to take a look at the questions. You want to talk about 22? 22 is amazing. 21 is even amazing. You know that when you say, I was speaking about French before, and when you say 80 in French, okay, or sorry, 81, or 8, no, let's say 80, 80. You're saying 80. When you say 81, right, you're saying 81. But it sounds like, now try it yourself, find a French teacher, okay, and in order to get 80, if I'm saying 80, cat means 4, 20 is 20, and I'm not drinking it, or maybe I am, maybe it's a connection, because 20 is 4 5s, and I got 4 5s right on here, 77, 555. I'll get with that in a minute. So you have 81, I'm getting my drink, I'm coming back. Let me write this down. I'm going to have to write this down in French, ask somebody to remind me. 81. I also wanted to talk about, oh boy, I already, yes, the dice cube, the drill, right? And it's going to be 6 and 1 equals 7, and 1 and 6 equals 7. Then 3 and 4 equals 5, and 2 and 5 equals 5, 5 and 2 equals 5, 4 and 3 equals 5. So we are going to be minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, and minus 2. We're going to have a remainder of 8. You ever see things that are missing? I'm missing 2, I'm missing 4, I'm missing 6, I'm missing 8. I'm missing 1, I'm missing 3, I'm missing 5, I'm missing 7, I'm missing 9. Understanding a 2, 4, 6, 8 system is not like the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 system. And just to note that in the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5 is the heart. And no matter what you do with that heart, it never changes position. That one heart surrounded by 8. And then we have the 1 cube, right? The 1 cube versus the 2 cubes. And then all the cube, because it's all about 3. All about 3, going to be back in a minute. Just going to get a glass of water. Yeah, so I'm just going to shut the door. Oh, yeah, it's easier to pick up the phone, right? Easier to pick up the phone for no one who's been, for no people who've never been here before. I like this piece of art. Wait a second, not that. I like this one over here. All right, made that for my nephew. I'm going to tell you the reason why if you'd like to know. Probably my best piece. He had cancer. He wasn't doing good. I wasn't doing good. And that's the piece I came up with. And it's another couple of my pieces. And I have a whole bunch of them. Not a whole bunch, but It's not really art. It's just, you know, when your mind sees what your mind sees. You know what I'm saying? It just sees what it sees. Just pulling out a couple of them real quick. There's a sad face over here. So let me see. Let me see what else there is. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. And we got that one there. Trying to figure out where the other one was. How about shaking this on the floor, right? So do you want to understand this? The House of Mecca, right? This is based on, basically, this is like Rubik's Cube, right? Rubik's Cube. See this one over here? This is the 510, right? Our vibration instows inside this design 2, 3, and 4, right? I'm going to just show you how it works, right? And the reason for this, okay, is how it connects together. This is, let me see if I can just move this table over, right? And it starts over here. And this is 1, and this is 2. Let me see if I got this right. 2, 1. I just have to find I have to find a happy medium to begin this. I had it last time. I sometimes lose. Okay, it's here. It's here. Let me see. Let me see. 8. No, this is 7. 8. No, I'm just trying to figure out. This is 4. So let me try to figure out what this is. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, so I'm just trying to see which one it is. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out what happened. I did it yesterday, okay, let's do this one. This one's easier to figure out. Okay, so this is what we have. We have 1. We have 2. When you're paying, you go to the store, you have to pay a nickel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You have to pay all that. So here is 1 and 2. This goes to 10 cents. Here is 3. It goes to 5 cents. So 3 goes to 5 cents. 4 goes to 5 cents. 5 goes to 5 cents. 6 goes to 5 cents. And 7 goes to 5 cents. Now here it's 8 and then 9. You see the way 8 has to go to 9, back to 8, and then down? Well, here is 7 cents. 8 cents. 9 cents, right, over here. And here's 10 cents. 5 cents was here, 10 cents is here. Here's 11 cents over here. Did I get that right? Or did I mess up with this? Let me see. Let me see. I must have messed up because there's supposed to be 5 numbers here. I only got 4, right? This number should have been included. Unless this is 3, 1, 2. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Yes. 8, sorry, I did that wrong. 7, 8, 9, right? And then it starts over. It starts over. Sorry about that. 8, 9. And then here is 1 cent. And then here is 2 cents. And then over here is 3 cents again. And then 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's 8, 9, 1, and 2. 8, 9, 1, and 2. What happened to 10? What happened to 10? 10 starts over at 1 again. That's what happens in this. There is no 0. 10 goes into 1. So the design all becomes... What? Have you been able to see everything I did here? I don't know. All right. Red on the blue marking, purple effect. Sigma. In our life, life is created on T-ball. One step at a time before we came to be. The mouse, right? I like to call him, this one, Sigma, signal testing system. And then these are the thought processors just munching out the earth, going all the way around, spitting it back at you. So I want to get back to this over here. This is where the sun and the moon work together. This is only one base system. Remember, I'm not sure if this one over here, satellites out to the Mars moon. Luna has to do with our one mind, right? Luna, but there's 2 more. And our mind is split up between the Mars mind. We only need 1 here. What is the reason for 1? It comes in with 2, and we have 1, 2 and 1, and 2 and 1. The moon and the sun. When you turn this over here, you turn it, and this can come closer down. Possibilities of why I did this is because between here and here, they don't have to move at the same speed, these 2. This one can raise it and lower it. I'm not sure if it's done with this arm here, which what happens is you take this arm and you just pull it up. You see this solid arm here? It'll tilt it over, right? It'll tilt it over, bringing it closer over here, or pulling it down, bringing it closer over here. And at the same time, you would be using this screw to keep this balance. Perhaps it's on a suspension. I don't know, right? Just something I thought of. Just something I thought of. And, you know, when I painted the floor in this room, I still remember my thought. First of all, I was going to design the Monopoly board here, right? I was going to do the Monopoly board here. You can see the way I've got it all rectangular here. Monopoly board, I was going to create two boards like they have two roulette wheels, okay? In fact, I split it up, okay, with a cross in the center, like I think it was Sweden. And then there were 4 area pools. So you can make 4 area pools square and then put one square hub in the center to play with all of them together. So let me get back to the table. Let me check out to see what everybody has said, because everybody is saying it to me. Maybe I can bring on somebody live one day. One day. I want to see if I can get this open over here. Oh, no, I don't have to. Wait, did I do that? Okay, I did that. Okay, great. I have it on the big screen. Now I can see if somebody says something, I can see it. Okay, let me look back up here. I can see it up here, so now I can liberate my iPad in case I have any incoming. Okay, hold on a second. I had a message. Okay, no, I didn't. 6:43. Okay, let me see what was said over here. Wow. Pooh, interesting. Cynthia, section of the print. His apartment. Oh, let me do this. You know I don't like to do this. I'm going to do my own personal advertising. I just don't like that they take so much. They take a cut, you know. It's less than 10%, but it's a lot of money. They say they give you back 5 of it, but anyways, I don't want to talk about that. It's not a you know what, that since I started this project, I can never ever like you know, I just, you know, like me. I need it to be just so organic, you know. It says go to the channel, pin move, go to channel. Let me see this. Okay. It says go to channel. I did go to channel. Anyways, yeah, I can't have it be a money thing. I never could, you know, although you need it to be able to push yourself beyond and find a little bit of time, you know, that breathing room, that sorry to say it, but that breathing room. Oh, pity me, right? Every time I say something, pity me, you know? I was born in the craziest zodiac sign. I had to balance the ball. Oh, look, ooh. I was born under PHOC. Purple. You know what it is to say seal in French? Let me see this. Let me do this here. How do you say seal in French?
In French, that's
Juin.
How do you say the animal seal in French?
according to WikiHow. Folk means seal in
Folk.
French.
Folk you. That's what it is. PHOQUE. When you say the words in French, okay, you say the word what I see it in English. When I see QUE, I see Q. And when I see Q, it's either Q, right? Or it's ASS. You know the ass, donkey? Donkey. Yeah, ass, ASS. When you say ASS, you already know there's a division in 55. So there's a division in Sky Pass. You know now that when we play amateur baseball or certain sports, you have A, B, you have double A, double B, and then you have, and all these names are actually categorizing what I'm going to do with the letter. They're giving me the information. I don't know what to do with it yet. I know I have it. It's in my tool chest. just like I have in the medicine cabinet. I don't need it, and I wouldn't know what to do with it unless somebody put the instructions on it. How do I know I don't eat the preparation H? Like, how would I know? I see it's a tube. If you put that in the fridge, I think it's some kind of paste for my smoked meat sandwich. I don't know. How would I know? Rational and logical. I have to think about that. Who am I to decide? I'm a Libra. In French, it's balance. So like that's the free arm over there. That what's moving, probably called the free arm because it moves on energy. So yeah, for those who are English, right? When I say Libra, which bra means arm, when I say li, I'm English, but I know French, it's bed. So I see it's got an arm and a bed arm. Or is it a bad arm because I misunderstood? So, but when I say balance, that's French. But in English, balance, right, is balance a ball. And who balances the ball? C'est une phoque. And when you say that word, if I say it in French or English, so that's a seal that balances the ball. Now, I know when I play baseball, you have to make sure you understand, okay, that there's a catcher and then the pitcher. So does the pitcher send the pitch? Pitch. It's pitch black in here. So that means, would you be controlling the light or the energy that creates the light? Or was it a pitch in baseball? Were you singing? Was it a high pitch or a low pitch? And what's the difference between the high pitch and the low pitch? And since we're thinking about it, what about the pitch outside? And if it was a screwball, was it a pitch at all? Was it inside? Inside what? What corner? I don't see no corner. But they somehow created a corner in baseball for the round ball. So that round ball can actually, when it reaches the corner, do you know what's going to happen to the round ball on the corner? Let me show you. Let me show you what happens to the round ball in the corner. Here's a round ball, and here's the corner. What did it do? It cut out here, and it cut out here from the corner. Didn't take away the corner, just cut it out. So you're going to see on the outside, right, you're going to see these numbers on the outside, the numbers that are being read along this line, and then the other numbers that are on the inside. So this is being broken up. Now, is this going to be my one single corner? Tells me that the entire outside, all this stays together. I'm just missing the Pac-Man part. So that's what it's going to tell me about this to understand. You know, the hydrometer reads and it turns around, but every time it comes to its mark, it's always measuring square. Do you measure round or did you measure square? When the nose comes to the line, right? The horse comes to the line. Is it like this, the line? No, it's a straight line, square. So I'm putting that on the floor. I have to think of where I was before. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I don't want to miss out on anything, and there's so much, but who has all the time? But what is it all about? The end result is to know that in this game that I play, in the truth, you know about the dice, you know about the alphabet, you've been to the casino, you've seen the casino games, you've rolled a set of dice, you picked up a card. Where's the card? You have the deck of cards. I look at the deck and I want to know, c'est une dame. It's a queen. Look, her headband's on an angle. Look, it's a king. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is that a spade? C'est une pique. C'est un roi. It's a king. It's another key. Each one of these words I speak has a numerical value. It also has a categorical value for the alphabet, in which how many letters are in the word. And if it's only one letter, and if it's an I, and it's in between the other words, it's going to be capitalized. And the A, E, I, O, U in the middle of words, you never see the E in the middle of words. How many letters are in the middle of words that are capitalized, right? You can have something like add-ons for the E dash something else in words is E dash, right? So what else are we going to get? We're going to get the I in the middle. We can get the A in the middle. Go, I get you. Like, you know how to use the A, so the A is not capital. So you have both the A and the I. Artificial intelligence, I don't know, AI number 19. Number 19, in fact, the S letter, the 19th letter, and reverse alphabet, the H letter, will both represent number 10. When you reduce 19 the first time, 1 plus 9 equals to 10. The S begins has a 2 reduction in value. Okay, first level and second level in the house. So when you get ST, STU, VW, X, Y, Z, they are all in the house of bait. You also have to note that on Rubik's Cube, okay, there are 8 to 3 centers. When you look at this cube, there are 8 to 3 centers. We have to know how everything is, and it's all the information, you know. It's a square, it's a round, it's a circle. It's Earth, it's Mars, it's Jupiter, it's Venus, it's Saturn. You know that they don't count Pluto as a planet, Pluto as a dog, Pluto in Walt Disney. You also know in French, it might rain a little bit later if you don't say it properly. Il va plus tôt, means later. PLU. So we're all talking about Pluto, and we got that right here. Look at that. Look at that sandwich. So you got 3 here and 3 here, right? And then you have the one at the top here, and then the one at the bottom here. So you have 8 around the center 3 different ways. 8, 8, and 8. But when you count the 8, 8, and 8, there's not 8 and 8. There is 6 and 12. There are 18. Where is this? There are 6 singles to the center on every single side. And then there's the corners. Here, 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 right? Let me show you. On here, and on here. There are 6 of them. 3 of them. 3 by 2 parts each. 2, 4, 6, 8. And where's the other 2? I'm just trying to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Hold on a second. There's supposed to be 12. Why am I not counting properly? What's going on? 3, 6, 9. Yeah. 3, 6, 9, 12. Remember this one over here, right? So let me see if I can get this proper. Let me see if I did this right. I need to see that I did this right. For some reason, it's bothering me. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 24. 25, 26. Okay. And 3. Right. I forgot that I'm missing here. There's nothing here in this space here. And then here over here. Okay. It's okay. It's very funny because you have to see what side it's also sitting on. Right? Is it sitting this way? And if it's sitting this way, I don't know if it's the 5. Okay, I don't know which number's up. When I start changing the colors for the numbers, you can start seeing a little bit of a difference. Just give me a second. There's a total of 18 cubes that surrounds the heart of Rubik's Cube. The center cube of Rubik's Cube is the 19th cube. AI spins 6 single spindles in every direction. It's the controller of all the corners. Everything turns off the arms of its controller on Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube, the house of Mecca. 156 faces. 156 faces. 6 times 26 equals 36 and 120, 156. Then add on 1 more face, 162. Well, it just so happens that 2016 is 5716, which is 76 times 76. It just so happens that the moon diameter is 2160, which is 1.5 times the numeric value of the minutes in a day. It just so happens that sky pass is 55, and 5.5 times 1440 minutes equals 7920, the diameter of the Earth, which has a difference between the diameter of the Earth and the Moon, which is 1.5 of a 4 difference. And the 4 difference of that times 1440 is 5760, and the year 5760 happened in the year 2000. And that's 100% the story that can be repeated over and over and over, because that's exactly how it happened. That's exactly what it is. If you look at the Hebrew calendar right now. Also, if you look at the Hebrew calendar, there's apparently, as I understand it, there's a 30-day discrepancy between the beginning of their year and the beginning of their new year, in the depths of the most time, from the earliest to the latest. Earliest, latest, both ending with ST, so both ending in a heart's position, both ending in the golden position. Let me go back and read what's going on, because I missed a bunch of stuff here. Yes, so I went over Yahtzee. I have to do it again. I forget a little bit. I forget. I have to look at the rules of Yahtzee. Give me a second. Just let me add this up. We'll go into that. Show me a Nazi scoreboard. I said Yahtzee.
According to ABC News, the Walt Disney Company, Michigan State University has issued an apology following an image of Hitler appearing on the scoreboard before Saturday night's game. Before the rivalry game against Michigan began, the image appeared on the Jumbotron as part of a trivia question about Hitler's place of birth.
So you can see where messages come out just like that. Like, I wasn't searching for that, and right away I got jumbo. So that means bigger than extra large. I also know that it was Dumbo the elephant, so I know the elephant is a microprocessor. I know that it's with Tron, that's 38, so I know T and R coming together is a passage, and it's a passage in Trinity. Every time I see ON, now there is some stuff in my work that I say on purpose. When the O and N comes together, I know we busted out at 22. I know in blackjack, you bust after 21. I know there's 21 dots on the cube. I know you call for a monkey when you play blackjack. When you have a 12 up to 16, the basic call at 12 is because that's the first time you can go over when you're pulling a card, and you call for the monkey number 83. So you call for that monkey number 83, which is also talking about the cube. The cube is set up as 2 times 6, 2 plus 6, equals to 8, equals to 12. And that's your configuration of the cube. 8 corners to 12 sides. 1 and 2 equals to 3. It becomes 8 and 2 and 3 and 8. The reason for that is your multiplication. Every single number goes through a star math multiplication addition, and it goes through the wash. When I say it goes through the wash, is first of all, you do it as many times. I say it goes through the wash because, first of all, I want to see if I have enough battery. Yes, I do. Okay, that's good. Now I want to see that I'm on my Wi-Fi. Yes, I am. Okay. Why I say it goes through the wash is because I have to process it until the number doesn't go anymore. So if you'd like me to show you that, I'll show you that. And yeah, so I'm going to show you the number process, a process of a number. And although you might have number 14, 1 and 4 equals 5, you also have number 2 and 3, 23. 3 and 2 equals 5. They're not the same process, but they have the same result. No, they don't have the same result. Okay, the 1, 4 is going to equal to 5, 4, okay, which is going to be 9. And then you're going to have the 2, 3, okay, which is going to be the 6, 5, which is going to be 11. I'm going to have to show you this before I go on with the Michigan monkeys. And to tell you about Rubik's Cube, I told you about Rubik's Cube. It's made up of 12 inside, 2 colors, 8 outside, 3 colors. They each get 24, and there are 6 hearts. According to this cube, there are only 3 mother hearts and 3 holy ghosts. There's only 3 on here, 1, 3, and 5. They explain, ACE 1, 3, and 5, right? Explain that the sun is divided, a right angle and a left angle. Is it divide and separate? I don't know, because when they separate, they end up with a 1 cube inside. When you put a 1 cube inside what is a 2 cube, okay, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, I'm a hungry Jack. I'm a hungry Jack, but we got to solve the mystery, my friends. We got to create a program, put this all together, because this, what I do, is not a religion. All I do is talk about the truth in games. That's all it is. And if you want to believe what it says inside the game and bring it into your own life, that's your personal business. But for me, I started this project looking for where's the creator hanging out? Where's that God? Where's that big creator? How did this creator hide? Right? Hidden in plain sight. So let me see where we're going to go with this. So what we have is 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4. I have 4 and 1 equals to the same thing. I have 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5 equals to 11. 9, 11. When you look at this, right, when you move the game over to roulette, right, the game of roulette shows, I'm just going to have to show you, right, the game of roulette, and I'm going to show it to you so we don't make a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Over here is 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right, 19, 20, 21, empty space 22, 23, 24. In the 23rd spot, it shows an X. What if we looked at these as chromosomes? What if we looked at this as transitioning over here? So when this transitions over here, okay, let's move it up to this scale over here. You see the eye or the hat of Jack or the king's crown? Again, the king and the king, the pentagram, right? It lands over here. So the whole row of 36 and 36 numbers, right? And you need to make 1 yard. 1 yard, right? 1 yard is 36 inches. Don't forget that. So you're going to bring this together over here. This cube is going to cube up here. Okay? Now, I don't know if it'll cube up here or cube down here. Over here is the double cube. We can run it 17 or 20 along that line. We can do the same thing over here. The center of each one of these are all the same, right? It's only on this side and on this side that are different. We cannot, that's not true. Made a mistake. Over here is 18 and 21. 18 and 21. Here is 18 and 21. 39 is for the angels, 3 by 13, located on a 7, 6, 9, 4, 5, 8, inverted to a 1, 6, 3, 4, 2, 5. Also, when it's turned to the side, it's a 2, 9, 3, 8, 5, 6, 11. It's also 4, 7, 11. When inverted to the other side, and I'm going to show you this, is a 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. I'm going to show you how it all connects. So over here, you can see the 2 hexagons inside of here. Here you can see the I and the H, the above and below. But these can close off over here. And you're going to have this section connected right over here. This is an in-between space between here and here. But there's a few ways to do it, right? The other way to do it is like this. This is not the same. The other ones would align to the center, which gives no area space around it, right? If I had to put area space around this, I'd have to connect 4 dots. Connecting 4 dots, I'd have an area space here and an area space here. I would only have 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers over here. Okay, I'm going to show you that also. So what happens over here, right, is on this side is going to be 18 and 21. On this side is going to be 16 and 19. So 16 and 19, 32. 16 and 16, 32. And 38, 70. On this side, right, 18, 21, 18 and 21. So it's 42 and 36. 42 and 36. So what was that number? Let me bring it back so we can figure out all the numbers now. Let's do all these numbers. I had 16 and 16. Let me talk it out while I see you, because I like to see you. It gives me a little energy. So I had 16 and 16, and then 19 and 19. You crisscross them to equal 35 each, equals to a total of 70. Okay, and the average, I think, is 35, right? So we're back to the core of the cube. On the other side, I had 18, and 18 equals to 36, and 21 and 21 equals to 42. The average, okay, so that gives me 78. So I had one at 78, one at 70. Now, some of my stuff, I'm like to say it's not perfect because what I just did looks perfect in a different way for me. It's because where number 70 shows up, okay, it shows up in the fourth house. How do I figure that out? I'll just show you real quick if I can do it backwards on my calculator. Let me see. 4 plus 13 plus 22 plus 31 plus 70. It's the fourth house. And you need to climb. Every time you climb 9, you get into the same house again. When you climb 10, you move one range up. 10, okay, moves you one range up. 8 moves you one range down. 1 and 8. 8 brings you down 1, and 1 or 10 bring you up 1. 7 brings you down 2. 2 brings you up 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I used 5. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Let me do that again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. We moved one position. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 7 to 8, moved one position. If you want to do it with any of them, 5 and 4. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 2 and 5 is 7. Okay? We started with 5. I moved 2. The opposite of the 5 is 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. I moved 2. It's absolutely perfect. It's right here. And it's in the cube. It's in Rubik's Cube. It's in the house, in the Mecca. It's in the house of Kaaba. It's the black cube. It's full rotation, full control. And those who control it are those who understand the moon, the cycling of the moon. The cycling of the moon, the sun, the earth, and the stars. The zodiac system is compliant with the nature it was built for. And that is why what you read is the passing of the energy, the vibrations. I don't know it all. I'd have to see more information on how to describe it. But it's just like a pinball wizard, because how did I get to your computer? How did you get to my computer? Did I get to your computer, or did we all go to a central? Do all centrals mix? Where are all the hubs meet that you can see me and I can see you? And are we all seeing each other at the same time? Is there a time lapse? So let me just, okay, Yahtzee, I was looking at Yahtzee. 1 plus 1 equals 45. Well, you can look at it that way if you're talking about the heart of something, right? But you'd have to explain that, because one face equals to 45, if you want to look at it that way. Why? Hold on a second. Let me look at this. You please explain that, Dutchwa. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 equals 4 plus 5 equals 1 plus 1. Okay, I'm not following, but that's okay, because I can tell you for a fact that 9 does equal to 4, depending on the equation. Here is my 9th finger. It can also be noted to be my 4th finger. So 9 can equal to 4. So I can have one thumb to go through all my 8 fingers, to go through all my 8 fingers. Can I do that? Do I go 8 fingers? How do I fix my hands because I have hands and feet. So let me note that we were going to talk about, just give me a second here. I want to make sure that I get all the, that I can see this properly. Is there, what was that? So is there too much light that we're not seeing anything at all? Or what's happening? Because I'm not seeing properly. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Let me see this. Okay, that's good for me. Okay, so when we're going to look at this cube, right? We're going to look at this one over here, right? And we're going to match it up against this over here. Let me see. So when we have one, right? We have 1 over here. We have 6 over here. Would you say the 1 is in that position? If it is, the 6 are over here. It means we have 2 and 8, which is not being used. Now, I take the still 1 and I look and I say, forget about it. I don't have my 6 that way. I have my 6 this way, right? Now I am using it, but I'm not using the 4 and 6. So in the next one, it's 4 and 6. That's not being used, right? And when I have 3 and 4, right? Here's the 3, and then the 4 is on the back side, right? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. If I drill a hole through here, through here, through here, through here, what will come up on the other side? Here and here. Only 2 of the 4 holes will show up. 2 of the 4 holes will show up, creating a 5. When the 2 and the 5 show up, and I drill all the way through here, I will see 0. So that will be 2 with 0. I don't know how to do that where that fits in. Okay, 2 and 0. Maybe it's talking about the 20th letter of time, right? This one, right? What's going to happen? You'll see 0. But if I drill the here into here, I'll get 3. So with this one, okay, I'm going to mark this one a little bit different. That when I drill it, in one I'll get 3, and one I'll get 0. When I drill this, in one I'll get 6. I get 6. In the other one, I get 1. In this one, okay, in this one I get 6. This one I get 1. In this one I get 3 and 0. In this one over here, right, in the 3 and the 4, right? Did we do that? What's going to happen between the 3 and the 4 over here? Okay, the 3 and the 4, right? With the 4, I'm going to get 1. And with the 3, okay, with the 3, I'm going to get 2. So I'm going to get 6 on 1, 1 on 1, 2 on 1, 1 on 1, 3 on 1, 0. This one shows me a 0. What does this all mean yet? I don't know. It's to be discussed, right? But the end result is each one totals 5. 2 of them have not been counted. 2 of them have not been counted, right? The 4, right, had an exchange with it. It added 1, right, and it minus 2. That's adding the father minus the mother. And then the 3, right, it added 2, added the mother. With the 5, it added none. With the 2, it added both the father and the mother, the 1 and the 2. It duplicated the 2 and added a heart. Right? So we did the number 3 and 4. And then this one over here, on one of them, it gave life. On one of them, it gave life, 6, born on the 6th day. On the other one, it gave the spirit. They came together to create the only 77 invert. These came together. I marked them different. They're all, let's say, 55 and 55. When I say that, when this dice cube is sitting this way, right, you're going to see opposite sides and opposite sides. Although you're going to see a total of 14, let me see if I got that here, 14, right, on a ring side, the most you will either show is either you're going to show a 10, okay, either going to show a 10 or you're going to show a 12. You're going to show one of these. And what does it do to show them? When the 6 or the 1 is up, right, 6 and 1 up, you will end up showing the 10. But let's do it a little bit different. We're going to go 10 and 10. All right, let me see if I can get rid of this for a second. We didn't even do the deck of cards, you know. Found my glasses, right? Okay, I found one of those. No, I just want to take that out, right? I don't know why I put the 12 up there. There's something, it should have been, let me just see, the 7 and the 7. Yes, that's right. You're going to see the 12 and the 12. So let me try and show you this. Let me see, you're still here? Okay. So this is what happens. When this falls like this, right? 6 and 1 up, okay? 6 and 1 up, 6 and 1 up. Okay, let me just erase this. So in the 6 and 1, okay, either or is up, right? You're going to have the 4 and 3 and the 2 and the 5, right? This is going to be 5 and 5, 10, but you're going to see it on all 4 sides. Should we count it for 10 and 10 or 10, 20? Also count this as 1 and 1. 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 and 1, 11. Right? When you're counting the next one, right? Is this a 6 and 1 up? When you have the 3 and 4 up, or if you have the 2 and 5 up, either one of these, okay, is going to show you this one on the side. So it's going to be 7 and 7, okay, is going to show up in this one, and it's going to show up with 5 and 5 equals to 14 and equals to 10. 7 times 2 and 5 times 2. GE, electric, male and female. Electric moon shows up. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen with this? If the 2 is up, you will get a total and 2 and 14. Then you'll get 2, just give me a second, 2, and then you're going to get a total of 5 and 14, 16, 19. On the other one, you're going to get a total of 3 and 14 and 4 and 14 equals to 17 equals to 18. When it's the 6 and 1, right, it's going to equal to 1 and 14 and 6 and, did I get that right? And 14 and 14. I'm just going to show you this a few times. This one equals to 15. This one equals to 20. Where does this come from? Where does this come from? The dice cube has 14 around. 4, 6, and 4, 10, 14, no matter what. So this, when one of them is up, one of them will be down, one of them will be gone. The 5 is on the bottom, the 2 is on the bottom. Over here, the 4 is on the bottom. I stand on 17. 1 and 4 equals to 5. This one will be the sun. And this one will be a gateway because of the numbers it creates. The Q gate in Mars also runs for the moon. Mars and the moon run the same numeric value of 7, right? And it just so happens that in the evil words like the beast, right? But not in those words, but other words, there's no 7s in their evil ways. They do not use the 7th letter. And they don't use the K either. So where am I here? So now all this is going to get changed. When we drill the holes in here, right, and it changes the value, right, everything's going to come out and is going to be valued at this. The only numbers you're going to see is 15, 19, and 20, or 1, 2, and 6. The only numbers you'll see is this. That is your numeric value for the moon, is the cube. It is the half-life, it is the queen, the 60 seconds on the clock. It all connects to Pluto. Everything connects to Pluto. What is 6 is 9, it's in rotation of your birth. I'm going to show you something else. I just want to take away these books here. Just want to take away these, too much stuff. Just give me a second. I just want to move a few things around. Oh, I'm so happy my computer is sort of working. Oh, God. Okay. Just give me a second. I'm still moving stuff around. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm sort of happy with the setup right now. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, for 1 minute. Let me see what's been said over here. Cool Head and Shoulders. Whoa, my computer just jumped ahead of me. No to no or no. Just want to see if I can go back. You know what's funny is that normally my phone doesn't let any of the comments stay where they are. And today they are. I don't know why. Just give me a second. Just want to see something. I want to see what happens in this. Well, I've never done this before. Let me see this. Why is there's something that's not. Okay, so now, I pinned that. Okay, so now I got this. Soul is the sun, the stream. You know when you mark junior, right? What you're marking when you mark junior is you're marking the mirror creation. If you take a look at the R, okay, first of all, it's like a bridge. If you put the R next to the N, it's a bridge. Stand back just a little bit when the vision's not so good, but still good. You don't know if you're looking at the R or the M. The M is the connection. It's your base, split connection. Anytime there is a dot in the center of something, it is in the center of the circumference that is the center of. It becomes all of what 8 is. So you have 1 and 3. After 1 and 3, you come into the E world. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals the 3 and 2. The ram and the pig. Why is it the goat, which is the 8th zodiac sign, heaven, to what is the ram? Or like a bélier or a sheep. Is that why they call it, you have the wool over your eyes? Is that why they call it the black sheep? Is that why they say we are mouton? And remember, ton is a sound. It also means 2000. 20, 200, 2000s. Working by the 20s. Venus is that double house, quadruple house. 2, 4, 6, 8, Venus. 2, 4, 6, 8, Venus. 420 is Venus. Communication is about Venus, is to having that one heart inside over here. It happens again, not here, but over here. but Venus is awake and asleep, because here it's Venus, and then here it's Venus. Here, and then here. One of the dimensions of Venus, here, mixing up Venus with alpha here, shows up over here as the H or the I, to where in this one, 4, 5, 6 are to the void, the Federation, 15, Mars, the quarter houses, or here, the letter I, 2, 5, and 8 in the cycle of the moon. 2 8s, 88. It is the 7th gate passageway, as they show in the deck of cards, to where the 6 and 7 all succumb to what is the 8. The 8 envelops all of 6. To know that in the 4th house, 1, 2, 3, 4 is inside the 6 card, is inside the 8 card, is inside the 9, is inside the 10, the 6, and the 5, but not in the 2nd or 3rd or 1st, but in the 1st house or the E world. You see, we start with this. It implements itself into the E world. Imagine this is not square. If I cut it in half, I'm cutting half, that part in half. That heart goes to both sides when cutting this card in half. It's inside the 9. If it's inside the 9, the 1 plays through the 9. The 5 and the 9 are identical. I don't need the 5, so I only need the 9. Do I have the 2? I don't have a 2, but I have the 3, and I don't need the 3 because I have the center of the heart inside of that. So far, I have the IT system 18. I have Resh, 2 times 9, 2 plus 9. I have 11 and 18, so I have 2 and 9 back together. Again, we're not going to count the 3. I don't need to count the ace. I don't count the 7 because you know that the 8 is made up of both the 7 and the 6. I count the 8. So the only 3 cards I need to count, the total of 19, bringing AI together. Multiply it, it's 144. 144 and 19 is 163. The 613 laws of Moses, ABC, 136. Base creation. 3 times 1 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. They didn't leave out anything. We just haven't finished putting it all together. You notice the one, this has the black strap for the hair, right? This hair covers one side of the cheek. Here it's the black strap. Each one of these shows a club inside of it. See the way this one goes across this way, this one goes down. This queen is looking this way, this queen is looking that way. But all the queens have all their eyes, and that's 8. The king of diamonds only has one eye. There are 7. Here's the 4th queen, right? All the queens possess flowers. All the 8s possess flowers. They are in all the worlds. 8 goes with 2, 8 goes with 5, and 8 goes with 8 in the cycling system. How do I say it? How do I know? Or is it the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? In the game it is. Even when you take it outside the game, you just can't say it's part of the truth, but it's the truth. 2, 5, and 8 are right over here. If you want to get to 8, you'll go 4 times 2, 8. If you want to get to 2, you'll go 1 times 2 or 10 times 2 to get back to 2. 1 and 10, very special number. If you want to bring 5 over to 2, you'll go 4 times 5 equals to 20. 2 plus 0 equals to 2. If you want to bring 5 over to 8, it's 5 by 8 is 40. If you want to bring 5 over to 8, you have to do, just trying to remember what that was. What did we want to, no, we wanted to bring 5 over to 2, 8 over to 2. So if we want to bring 8 over to 2, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 brings 8 over to 2. 7 times 8, 56. 5 and 6, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 7 and 8 is a gateway into Venus. This calculator moves as the cube moves. 1 and 6, 7. Crossing 4 and 3, 7. 5 and 2, 7. Crossing 7 and 6, 13. 4 and 6, 4 and 9, 13. 8 and 5, 13. 13 and 7 is the way the Mayans grindstone works. There's 20 numbers. Do they run it in 18 days? Because Rubik's Cube is 18 around 1. And if you take a look at the Mayan grindstone, or what you want to call it, right, you'll see there's pylons all over. Sorry to say this, but it's just for me. But pylons, construction is all Pluto, all about Pluto. Why? The pylons are orange. Harley Davidson, number 84, 4 cycles of the moon, all about Pluto. Burnt orange. They have been representing from day one the Hall of Angels. But they say the hell and not the heel. The hell is with the female, but not in the E world. Otherwise, it would end with the E. The 24 and 5, 29, 37 is inside the word hell. Spell it. 8, 5, 24. 8, 5, 24 equals 37. Creation of the seventh gate. Hell. Angel is number 39. 39 and 37 is over here. This row is 39. This this row is 39. This row is 37. This row is 35. $39 and 37 is 76. 39 and 37 to a single digit is 67. Where the 9 and the 7 both representing the moon and Mars coming together. Coming together between 17 and 19. On the ATM, they removed the Q and they removed the Z. The Q, the 17th letter, the Z, the 26th letter. As the 17th letter, 1 plus 7, 1 times 7 is 7 and 8. That is your GH-PH gateway, exchanging the G and the H for the sound of F, the 6th letter. Totaling G7 and H8, 15, 1 and 5 is 6, F, sound goes to number direct. Or the P and the H, the 16th and the 8th letter, equaling to 24, 2 and 4. The letter X, it is to the creation side, counting X through C, regarded as X24, C3 equaling to 27, where W23 and D4 is 27. Understanding the alphabet, understanding numbers and position, understanding where the equations are coming from games that have been delivered to us, where people have picked up diplomas, have won awards. I work on those people's works. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And I haven't approached the English language. Why is it freak? F-R, no, not freak, but why is the sound, why is the sound maybe you can see it this way. Maybe you can see it. Oh, yes, the other way you see it better. Right. Right. Why is the sound of ear, not beer? So this is bear, and this is pear. So this is hair. So this is haired. So this is heart. This is heat. So this is heed. So this is bead. So this is breed. So this is breck because of bread. No, it's not. It changes. It has a different valuation, and it's telling me a story. It's telling the story right there. It's just telling the story. Let me see. Did I get this right? Yeah, let me see if I can do that. All right. I don't like that light in the kitchen. Okay, let me read what's going on here. Yes, the seal's broken. Yes, sorry about that, Ducha. I didn't get that in yet. Yes, the seal's broken by the knowing of the balance of the ball. The plumb, I'm not really sure, or plummet up. Plummet up. To plummet is to fall down, but to have the plumb in the pie, right? Plummet, to fall down. The plumb, the thumb, is for the hitchhiker. So hitchhiker, H and H, both with the hitch, H-I, with the hiker, H-I, hitch with the T. So we're talking 89, 89, 8 and 9, right? That's going to bring everything together. 8 and 9 bring everything together. The 8, okay, plus 2, the cycle 28 of the moon, or you can go 8, 8, or you can go 8 twos, but we're not going to get into every dimension of it. We'll never finish, and I'll never tell a story. You'll just be hearing dimensions of pieces and parts. Hey, look, I got a screwdriver. I don't need a screwdriver. I need a key. Well, you need a key for your door? No, I need a key for the 3/4 inch hexagon nut. Oh, you mean you're a nut? No, I got a bolt and I got a nut. You got the pieces and the parts. You have to know what to do, how to work them. We get all our information from games: hockey, baseball, football, soccer, darts, bowling, boxing. The Price is Right. Whose name is it anyways? We have basketball. We have 48 minutes. 87. So I'm going to get to that 89.91. So what happens is 9 times 8. Now I'm going to write this down because they can take away my voice, right? So I don't know. I like to get more pens like this, but I don't like these. I like I think these are 1 mediums. I like them a little bit thicker, right? So, so I was going to go to, hold on a second. There's a piece at the end. So we're going to talk about 8 and 2, 9 and 1. Where do I get this from? And Junior, right, is the mirror of creation, the angel, the younger, more or less what it is, the younger of the God. It's not the Jesus, but it's the resident of Jesus, which represents matter and energy. It's the mirror world of creation. 8 and 9. 8 times 9? Whoop, did I just make that? No, it wasn't here. It was 72. Sorry about that. I don't want to put 82 into oh, yes. I wanted to put 89 into this, right? 8 by 9 equals to 17, right? And 8 plus 9, okay, 8 times 9 is 72. So I made a mistake in both of them. I was thinking of something else, okay? I do want to tell you that when 8 and 9 come together, see, this is where it connects. These two over here is where the connection comes. This is where your 37 connect to the 7th gate. But I ask myself, if I put these two together, should I have to change these? Or should all my denominations of change only happen to 3? Because there is no change with this. When that happens, you end up with this. Okay? When this happens, right, there are 7 voided spaces in the second house, right? So I'm trying to understand what other denomination, because this over here is not 37, right? I'm going to tell it the way it exactly comes out. It's actually 35. 3.5 is the center of the cube. I bring these two together, okay, in my creation. This is where 7 and 7 comes together. This is the Christ, right? So where am I in this? And I'm not happy with that explanation. But this number comes in. No other number like that comes in. It's H and it's I. So yes, this is what I wanted to explain. Okay, now I found what it was. So what happens is 9 and 2 comes together. Sorry, again, another mistake. I'm going too fast. Slow down. Slow the horses down. So what happens is 8 and 2 go together, and 9 and 1 go together. This is the spirit, the numeric value for the spirit. The 91st day is April 1st. The 182nd day is July, I think, 3rd or 2nd. The 273rd day, okay, is September 29th. It's September 30th. But it's September 29th in a leap year, making it 929. What's special, okay, when we come to this day, I must have made a mistake in talking, right? It's the 273rd day of the year, right? It's 3 times 91 equals to 273, or it's 182, or it's 91. It's Venus plus creation 10. There is no 10. There is no 9. The 9th area is here. If I had to look at Rubik's Cube, it would be the heart. You would never even see it. That 27th area, it's not. It's 26 and 1 to get the 27th area, born into the house of Bait, in the heart of Rubik's Cube. And no matter what you do, the cube swarms around you. This is September 29th. This, right, the 91st day, is April 1st. But in the leap year, when February, okay, gets 29 days, this becomes the 92nd day instead of the 91st day. So how does this all change everything? This is the 29th day is added, makes this the 92nd day, makes this the 273rd day, which is 3 times 91. Over here. If we had to use this for 4 years, I would have to go to, I think, October 3rd would be the 4th. So what happens the eve of the birth of communication? Because when you get to October 4th, which is 10-4, that's your bunny rabbit communication, and you get the 2 to 1 over here, you end up with this. But if you don't end up with that, right, you end up with the 20, whoop, not that one. I wanted to do this one. You end up with the 22. You bust, or you end up what is the 64, which brings you into the moon. 1331, the 131 cycle. When you add up 1 through 13, right? You see the way the 1 3's coming together? You end up with 91. There are 13 cards per suit. You get in pursuit 3 cards. You end up here. The next one you count is the mirror. After this is the mirror, right? So we're going to count the 10 times. Let me do this again. We're going to count 39 times 7 to equal to this number, right? But the moon completes on the 280th day. The moon completes. This is the 273rd day. You meet in between again at 277. That's October 4th. That's your communication. This is where the rabbit comes in. The rabbit becomes the mirror. The numeric value for the rabbit is 52, the same numeric value for Earth. It's the 4th zodiac sign, and the enemy sign, one of the enemy signs to this sign is the rooster. If I got that correctly, right? Is that right? 6 and 6 is 12. 7 and 1, right. Okay, you just add 6. So it'd be the rooster. That'd be 110. That'd be your creation. So your 52, okay, is against this. Look, 711. It works out perfectly because this cube on 3 different sides is all 711. In 52, it is the same gateway. There is a gateway that's created in 52 because the mathematics, what the mathematics do, create 10 and 7 equals to 17. I'm going to end up in Mars and the moon. And if you minus it, it becomes 3. 3 is your ABC creation. Where do we pick that up from? Let's go over here. A, B, C, D is your base with the mirror. So what you do is you do A, B, C equals to 6. Then you go B, C, D equals to 9. Then you go A, B, D equals to 7. And then you go A, C, D equals to 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's the lower side and there's the upper side. So when you're running your creation, right, your vibration between the two, you run your vibration between 69. That's 69. Here's a 9. And then on this side is a 6. I mean, you can look at it yourself. Maybe you can do anything you want with it, but this is what I'm doing. So when you connect them together, for me, that's bringing us into the E world, what is below and to the side, what is above and to the side. This is going to turn all around, but if you take a good look, at this, right, this is going to show you 6, the 6th spindle of Rubik's Cube. And then we can just extend it out. And you can almost say it's the Twin Towers. Now, this is 6. Now, the Jack has 6, right? The King has 7, right? And the Queen has 8. You have locked up 6, 7, and 8. So in this heart of 8 is the 9th area that is created right over here, because there is no 9th area. There is no 9th area. It's a combination within the creation, passing through the first position, noted to be the 5th position, and where Jesus for energy of angels in the 5th position, where your X and Y, let's call it, not call it. You ever hear of the chromosome? Well, you add that up, you get 74, and that's your heart of the beast. The beast is 47. So if we want, because of what games show, right, we can possibly have it done right over here, right? And now we have the new tower, right, that was built like that. And now we connect the old tower with the new tower, just like that. And you needed only 6 of 8. The 8 created the stop sign. It created that red light. It created control. Here it can no longer move. It's stuck. If I remove this one can still do this, but not that one. All of it spinning around the 2 towers. So let me see. I'm going to turn this around for a second. I'm going to go back in the kitchen, get a glass of water. I need to see what it says over here. A man that knows everything knows nothing, or a man that knows everything knows to know. Yes, a man or a person who knows everything has to know that they don't know it all. Then you know it all. $14.41, you know what? I get a little confused with it. There's so many things that go on with that number. It's one of my first numbers that I've ever done. Whoop. It's one of my first numbers that I ever did. I'm going to have to turn this over. Lost my page again. Just give me a second. So here's your 1441, right? It all stops, right? This can continue on, right? But it can't. Everything stops here. 33 by 47. 1441 brings me over here. Look at that. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, right? First of all, it equals to 55, right? And then 41 minus 14 is 27. The difference between these two is 27, meaning it's in the birth house, right? Right over here, it's 3 times 9. This one is different. It's 4 times 9. This is 1 times 9. 11, 11 brings me to the 0 point. It's plus and minus 22. It brings me into life. It becomes the ring around here. Well, I said it's only 5s equaling to 20, right? 20, the basic around here is 20 and 14. Or if you really want to note, and we've went through this before, I have to go back for a second to show you this. Give me a second. Okay, I'll just jot it down. I'll just tell you what it was. What it was 1 and 6 equals to 7, right? And then 6 and 1 equals to 7. And then it's 5 and 2 equals to 5. And then 2 and 5 equals to 5. And then 3 and 4 equals to 5. And then 4 and 3 equals to 5. So what happens? What happens is when you see the 6 on its side, right, you're going to total 7, right? And then when you see, it's going to always show up with one of these, right? 6 with 4, 3. Or it's going to be 6, right, with 5, 2. So this is going to be 7 and 5 and 7 and 5. Just to note, the minus and the plus, in this one come to a fact. In this one, it comes to a fact. It equals to 7. It equals to 3. Here it equals to 5. Here it equals to 5. Here it equals to 1. Here it equals to 1. 1, 3, 5 is ace. It says it splits everything up. 57, 75 comes into the moon. So 7 and 5 equals to 12. 7 and 5 equals to 12. We have to do it twice, right? And it equals to 24. What that is when I drill a hole through there, it shows up here. This will count for 7. This will count for 7. It's 14. If I drill a hole here and here, it'll count for 2 sides of 5, right? And that'll count for 10. Let me just redo this. So if you want to know what 2020 is all about, it's talking about the electric moon. It's talking about 3 and 1. It's talking about the mirror world. It's also talking about the 4 worlds of Venus. That's where the 20 comes in, right? The 4 by 5 20 is when you now take, you see this, forget about this. Now you put the 6 up. When the 6 is up, right, you'll have 14 on the side and 6 up equaling to 20. That means you have the spirit rider down. Now, wait a second. This is always going to be a 7. They'll always be 20. It's a reduction of 14 and 14 equals 28, and it gets reduced. Okay, hold on a second. Just give me a second. 1 second. There's 2 equations here, 28 and 20. This one is right, 20 and 28. Okay, let me explain myself. 5 and 2 is 7. I shouldn't have done it that way. I shouldn't have done it that way. I shouldn't have done that way. Sorry about that. Okay, it's another something else I was talking about. When you add up the total ring, right, it equals to 14. Okay, the up and the down, okay, equals to a total of 7. So just give me a second to erase this. I don't want to put you off on a wild goose chase. I was thinking of something else. So you talk about the ring, right? And I'm only going to talk about the 2 sides. When you talk about the ring, you talk about 7 and 7 equals to 14. Now I talk about the up as 6, it equals to 20. If I count the down in it, it equals to 21. Now what I'm going to do is count it as drilled holes where all 4 sides are equal to 5, equaling to 20. Plus what you see up here is equal to 6, equals to 20. Equals to 7. Sorry, I don't want to do it that way. I said drilled holes. I hope I didn't mix anybody up. So, right, drilled holes gives me 7 plus 20 equals 27. And then if I add on the other drilled hole at the bottom, it would equal to 34. This is the house of bait. 20 and 7 is also G and T. They are the reverse alphabet of each other. In fact, the 7 and 5 that comes together is 5 and then the G, which is also noted to the 20th, right, and the 22nd letter. Why? The G is reverse of the T, 20. The 22nd letter, reverse of the 5. 2022 or 222 is in 5G, and it says 5G TV. Male and female passing through the electric moon. So let me see if I can go back where I was. We're 3 hours long. It's 7:57 at night. We're riding on an airplane. So that's 4:20. Guess what? It's 777 right now. 777. Calculate it. 7 times, wrong number. 7 times 6, it's 467. It's the hour of God. Let's see if I got this right. 7:57 is 4 hours and 20 minutes. 420 minutes, right, is 7 hours. And it's at 57, right? So that means it would be 477. Okay, at 7:56, right? At 7:56, let me see if I got this right. At 7:56 is 420. Yes, 7:56, 420, 476. Yes, at 7:56 you can get the hour of God. At 7:57 you get Christ into the mirror world. In this one you get 474. You're also in the mirror world, but you end up, check this out. Let me see if I got this right. Okay, this is what we get. I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, 7 and 6 is going to be a representation, okay, of Earth and Mars and DC, the Fed, right? Right over here. It's also going to say God. Because 4 or 6 counts first, not this one. This one tells me I'm at the gate. This one tells me about the mirror. 74:47, tell me about the beast and Jesus. 74 and 77, tell me about power, energy, and Jesus Christ. 76, the spirit of 76 is going to tell me about the half-life. This is going to tell me about the wolf, married to one ring, one master. Inside this 11. This is going to create 19 and 41, a divided world. Let me show you. 5 times 6 equals to 30. 5 plus 6 equals 11. 30 plus 11 equals to 41. Minus 30 equals to 19. This 19 joins 2 systems. The 1, 8, the 2, 7, the 3, 6, the 4, 5. And the crossing system to this, you notice they all equal to 9, but we didn't use 9. And the crossing system to this starts over here, where it starts on 2 and 8. Hold on a second? Sorry, 2 and 9. 3 and 8. 4 and 7. 5 and 6. On this one, I put 1s together, but I didn't use the 1. In this one, I put 9s together. Here, I did not use I9, and over here, I did not use A1, because it's AA, right? 9, 11, recreates itself. And in the artwork for 9, it will show you this. And in the artwork for 11, okay, why did I do that? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Getting tired. Time to stop. Time to stop. So what happens in this one? And it looks like that. Can you believe it? They both look like 9/11 themselves. So let me see where I am with this. Maybe we're going to end it I'm going to overlook some of the questions. It's hot. Maybe I'll take my winter coat off since it's like 90 degrees in here. Yeah. Yeah, we're coming to the end. We're definitely coming to the end of this night. 4 hours, 3 hours. Let me see what else. We got Wonk Wonk, Getting Off Sorry, Art Shop, Snaps, Dickers, 135, 2261, all these numbers. Martyplex, blah, blah. I'm looking through all your stuff, Art Cherry. Sorry, the only forgotten son, the father of the heaven, 28, the day I was born, the 8th month. Hey, how you doing, Mr. What is it, Wise? John 4, letter 7, Quinn, Wise 4. The 4th day of the week is where the monkey lives. The 4th day of the week is where the monkey lives, right over here. All right. So the monkey must live up your. Why do I say this? Well, count 1, 2, 3. What about 5 and then 3? What about 13? It goes like this. It's the 3rd, it's the 8th, it's the 13th, and it's the 18th. Every other finger has 8. This finger has 4. 8 and 4 go together as 1/3 and 2/3 of 12. So I know there's a lot of stuff I didn't do, but I'm a little bit tired. I can probably stay on here all day. If you have any requests of something, let me know, and I'll try and get it done as fast as possible. I just lost my page. You know what's funny? I'm getting, let me see this. Okay, yes, the seals are broken. Okay. So does anybody want to know anything right now? We're all here right now. You know what? I have to share before I get off. I'm falling behind. If anybody'd like to sell, put up for sale, or find a way to sell some of the artwork or put it on clothes and do it that way and sell it that way, raise some funds. But the most important thing, I think, is to save these videos, because we don't know how much longer they'll be up here. The other thing is to hopefully one day we can get a program set that we can all be able to put it into a program and to explain the program, what it does. What is 1? What is 2? What does 3 do? They say 3 is communication. Well, 3 is communication. Why did it say 3 is for the criminal? The tiger is for the number 9. The 9 birth is the monkey. So that means the criminal and the monkey was stolen. Somehow the tiger, right, was supposed to come as the 3rd zodiac sign, right, is the tiger. But why the cat that was coming down with the rat that got pushed off, that was floating with the ox, and the rat ended up first. The snake just jumped off the horse and beat the horse. The horse ended up 7. The snake got its way in one of his hooves, is what they said. So we can use that. And all these stories, the sublimate, I like that also. 9 monkeys. So anyways, very, 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 man, I'd like to go on forever. And there's still a ton of stuff. I didn't even get to any of the major stuff that I was working on. I just want to tell you about the 99 numbers, right? I'm going to tell you about these 99. I'm not going to do them, but we're going to leave it for the next time I come back sometime tomorrow, right? And the 99 numbers go like this. When you go numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't have a reflection. The first time they have a reflection, okay, is if I go 101, right? That's their first reflection. They don't have a reflection in themselves, in their singularity. So we use them as 9 numbers. Then we go ahead and we get 10, right? Through the number. Just give me a second. No, we don't do 10. Yes, we do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And these 9 don't have a reflection. And then we go 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99. And these don't have a reflection. There are 27 numbers with no direct reflection. Okay. And what we get inside of this, right, is what happens when we get down here, all the numbers to a single digit move their position. I'm going to show you what this is in a minute. But now, when we start, everything starts over here on 12, and everything ends over here, the beginning and the end. Now, I'm not going to tell you the dimensions of this, right? But if I did reduce this, you would reduce it to 3 and 8. I like to say the ape is number 22. The monkey is 83. 6 times 2, 6 plus 2. And there are other equations that will recreate this. It will recreate 2, right? This will be 24 and 11 equals to 35 and 24. Dividing gate inside the cube at 3.5. Multiply this by what? By 4. 96 and 144. 72 and 48. Did I get that right? Somehow I'm just want to see if I got that right. Okay, right. And then I'd be 36 and 24. The 24-hour day running on the 360 degrees. And then I'd be 18 and 12. Anyways, it's going to end up at 9 and 6 and all in rotation. That's going to be the breakdown. So there's going to be 72. How many numbers come up here? There are 72 numbers here. There's 72 and there's 27. We live in the house of bait. If we want to reduce it we want to reach this number, 1, 4, 7, or 10, 13, and 16. So in order to reach it, right, we need to go times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. We have to go 8 times 2 equals to 16 equals to 7. And then we have to do 5 times 2 equals to 10. So we have 1, 4, and 7, and we did this with numbers 2, 5, and 8. Gold, silver, and bronze also is the same thing. That's what it comes out to. So when I want to bring this number to the 7th gate, I'm going to add 5, 2, and 5. If I want to bring this to the 7th gate, right, 7 and 9 comes to the 7th gate. Equals to 7 equals to 16. Here's one of the numbers, 16. If I want to bring this to the twin house of Venus, right, the W, the 666, the house of Venus, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 and 2 equals to that 4. If I want to bring this one over to the 4, over here, right, I'm going to go 7 and 6 equals to 4. I'm also going to go 7 minus 3 equals to 4. And note that 3 and 6 is the increment on this cube. 6 and 3 in the center, or what is 3 in the center and 6 on the outside. 3 and 6 equals to 9, and it's a dot and a void, and it comes to the same thing, bringing me area teen space. I think also the word, is it save that's in here? I don't know. I have to look at that word. 20, 42, yeah, save is 47, by the way. So if Jesus is going to save you, it's saving you from the beast, because beast and save are the same numbers. Now, if I want to go over, right, and get to number 1 over here, so it'll be 2 and 8 equals to 10, and then it'll be 2 minus 1 equals to 10. So if you note, right, that the 8 numbers are around 1. 8. Wait a second. 2 and 8 equals to 10, right? And I'm just trying to figure out what I just did here. All right, 2 minus 1 equals to 1. I didn't want to put the 10. I wanted to put the 1. Okay? I wanted to put this 1. So 1 and 8 go together because 1 is inside of 8. 6 and 3 go together. 6 is outside of 3. And which other one did I want to go to? The 7's going to go to number 1, right? So I'm going to go 7 plus 3. Did I do that one already? Equals to 10. Equals to 1. And then I'm going to go 7 minus 6 equals to 1. So you can see the way the 3, 6, and the 3, 6 come together again. But in this one, I did the negative. 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 minus 6. So you see the way these two invert when you're working with the 4 and you're working with the 1. Anyways, we're going to be ending the video abruptly right now. So if you have any questions, living in the e-world that we are, and the truth is abundant around us for the stories that we hear, for the stories that we tell inside, for arts and entertainment purposes only. That's all this channel is about, arts and entertainment. And if you believe deeply in your heart that the Lord came to this, created this entire, whatever you want to call it what you want. The Lord created it. It's absolutely perfect. Either that or computers were here before the French language was around and the English language was around, before the alphabet was around. There had to be computers. So if that's not possible, then somebody was here doing all this right up to the games of blackjack and roulette and everything else. Somebody made it, and not yesterday. This is the story. So for all those who are praying to this and praying to that, praying is good. If you understand why you're doing the exact prayer and what's going on, and I don't know all the realities of it, I do know we're connected to an alternate vibration, or in fact, we're connected to a vibration that's in an alternative world. Thank you for watching this video. Peace and love. I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.